Result.
Nice. I
Howdy,
like
howdy,
it.
everybody. We have gone live on the YouTubes, as the fat man calls it. The intrawebs. We are here.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
What's up?
And you know what's funky, y'all? On my YouTube window, I don't have the chat us and the chat peoples. I just have a black screen.
Yeah, you gotta
I can
refresh
see.
it, huh?
No, mine just came up right now.
I'm a rookie.
Yeah, there's a lag.
It's that slow, y'all.
Yeah,
Straight up.
Oh my gosh. Now, just so everyone knows, we have discovered that Mike DeLucia, the tough guy from where? New Hampshire, Boston? Where
No,
you
whoa,
from,
whoa, whoa,
Mikey
whoa.
D?
Not New Hampshire.
Where? Massachusetts? What?
Yeah, well, I'm on the border.
I can't remember. Where you from?
I'm right on the border. On the Mass-New
Okay.
Hampshire border.
Okay, so he's from up north. That's all we got to do. But he's
I'm on,
got a bee phobia because the man was chased by a swarm, hunted
That's
down like a dog.
hey,
Ain't that right?
I don't like gators either. If I see a gator, I'm gonna shoot it.
You're not going to kill it. But yet, no,
I'm gonna
that'd be a
shoot
bad
it.
experience with a bee swarm. That's no joke.
No, I am in Massachusetts, but I am right on yeah, New Hampshire guys are tough. They certainly are working class. I'm right on the border.
But the border of what?
Mass
I
and
don't
New
know
Hampshire.
nothing about that geography because I don't go up there. I don't need to
So
know.
what? I know your geography.
Well, that's because you maybe you know more things than me. But I
No,
bet you
that
can't
can't
can
be.
tomato sauce. Can you
That
can
can't.
tomato sauce and chicken?
That can't be. There's no way I know more than a woman. That's just impossible.
Geographically, you can. See, I don't need to know anything about the states up there because I don't play with them. But I like you. I like you. I like you, Mike DeLucia. You're my favorite Yankee.
I am.
Yes, because you're very nice and you're smart, you're fun.
Oh, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't go that far.
Well, you are. I'm sorry, but you got it going on, you know? You're a likable cat.
yeah, you're
Did,
Now, where is your wife tonight? Working or what's shaking?
She's going to be getting up in a half hour to go to work.
Oh, to go. Okay, now my YouTube just came up, so let me see if I can mute it because it was muted, but it came up. There we go. Sorry. I'm new at this, evidently. Now I got to get my YouTube. There we go. Okay, working class woodsman said New Hampshire guys are tough.
They are. Working class sportsman. He is a good guy.
What's going on?
And they are. The New Hampshire guys are tough.
Good.
Any of you guys that live that far up north and like all that ice and stuff.
Yeah, well, he's got more than I do. He's got way more bad weather than I do. So
Now, do you shovel snow, Mike?
Compared to us. Oh, God.
I'm sorry. What?
Do you have to keep like your sidewalk shoveled or anything?
I don't have a sidewalk, but I got the walkway
Kevin?
and a very small driveway. I have a kid plow it for me,
Oh,
and
nice.
I have a 17-year-old son. So hell no, I don't shovel unless I want to give him a break.
Right on. That's the way to do it.
But yeah, we did get hit this winter pretty bad, but
We lived in Iowa for about either 6 or 9 months, I don't remember. But it began to snow on Thanksgiving, and it came sideways, and it never, ever stopped. And I would have to shovel the driveway. Our driveway was up against someone else's with a wooden fence.
mm-hmm.
And I have to shovel it and salt it so my husband could make a controlled spin to get into the driveway, into the tight one-car garage, and then had to plug our battery in, I think, or something in there so your motor didn't freeze, some kind of crud.
Yeah,
but it was a controlled spin. I was like, yeah, I am not driving in this stuff. Nope.
Yep, those are fun. And they're hard to do.
Very. We went from, where'd we go from? We went from somewhere. We had to go to Oregon, and we had to go from Iowa to Oregon on New Year's Day. And they were closing the El Dorado Pass behind us. We had to stop and get snow tires, the studded snow tires.
Hmm.
It was so, and what was weird was my husband's driving, two hands on the wheel, white knuckle driving. And I'm having to watch out of the side view passenger mirror for cars spinning behind us, kind of coming down the hills. Like, give it a little gas, I never dreamed you could get hit from behind by a car doing 360s. I didn't know that could happen.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
I can drive in a thunderstorm, but so I don't know how you do that every day in the winter.
Yeah, it's something you believe it or not, you do get used to it, and you get good at it. It doesn't make, like me personally, I would rather drive in a blizzard. No word of a lie. 4, 5, 6 feet, 8 feet of snow. I could care less. I'll drive in all the snow you want to have at me, 110-mile-an-hour winds. It won't bother me. It's raining right now. I'd rather drive in the snow than the rain. Any day,
Wow.
any day of the week. Any day of the week.
Yeah, you're not hydroplaning. You have so much experience. How do you teach your kids to drive in that? I mean, because there's a skill to it that we don't have down here. You know what I mean? If I went up there, I'd be a menace on the road. Is it tires?
It's everything. It's tires. It's vision of everything. Like like I'm teaching my son to drive now, and I'm telling him you have to have peripheral vision, whether it's bad weather, good weather, it don't matter. Your peripheral vision is just so important. That way, you can see that person that's moving in, or skidding, or trying to lose. You know what I mean?
Yep.
As far as doing hills and stuff, now you just got to use your gears.
You're on high alert essentially when you're driving, watching all around.
Yeah, pretty much. Especially if I have the kids in the car. When I'm by myself and I got the radio going, I'm not saying I'm not paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that my guard is down, but I guess I pay more attention if somebody's in the car with me, I guess.
Gotcha. And you pretty much know your roads that you're on, your curves, that sort of thing, and the conditions. This winter, Pennsylvania Shane put up 2 amazing videos where he was getting up this big steep hill. I must have watched those like 15 times. They were so intense. Because I love, when you're from the South, you totally dig a winter drive around, right? Because I'm like, I'd be so in the ditch, I wouldn't have made it that far up. And it's pretty interesting.
Believe it or not, it I know it sounds hard, but it really isn't. As long as you don't goose it, whether you have front-wheel drive, wheel-wheel drive, or all-wheel drive, obviously all-wheel drive is the best. But as long as you're not punching it, you shouldn't, unless you hit ice. Everybody's gonna slide on ice. I slide on ice too. I mean, it's not a north-south thing. Everybody slides on ice, no matter who you are.
Different from snow, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But if you're driving in snow, you just don't goose it, and you're fine, and you keep at a decent speed. 55, 60 in a snowstorm is stupid unless you're on a snowmobile, because that's the machine that's made to go that fast.
Right.
Cars aren't made to do 60 miles an hour in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Although I see them, but
use a little self-control.
Absolutely.
They drive like that around that Chicago loop, Mike, when it's snowing, 60, 80 miles an hour.
Them people's crazy.
Yeah, and then you got to throw in. If I notice that there's an out-of-state license plate, like if I see a Virginia license plate on somebody up here in the wintertime, my first reaction is, you got to be kidding me. I'm like, Nana Finn, get out of my way. You know
You
what I
think
mean?
danger, danger, right? Yeah.
You know.
You see my North Carolina plates. I can drive in the
Yeah.
snow. I was in Alaska for 2 years.
Well, there you go. So you know what you're doing.
What part of Alaska, Joel?
Fairbanks.
Oh, when you
Get
came
out
back,
of town. How cool was that?
That was cool. When I was in the Air Force in the early 80s, I was up there 2 years.
Nice. My husband's dad was in the Air Force, and they were in Alaska, I think, 4 years, and totally dug it. It's an experience of a lifetime, evidently. I've never been there.
It's awesome up there.
Now, did you get to do much fishing, or were you pretty busy?
I was pretty busy. I didn't do none of that stuff. I was a young man. I was 20, so you're looking at 35 years ago when I was up there, and so
Do
I
you
was just all about partying, and then the experience of being in the military. You're trying to like keep everything tight and right.
I was thinking you might have been chasing girls then, not fish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was awesome. I could roll over in my bed and like pull the curtain open in my barracks and see the top of Mount McKinley.
Wow.
And then in the summertime, it's still snow covered. It was awesome.
Yes.
you came home. I'm not allowed to go out there.
Go out where?
Go out to Alaska.
Because you'd never come home, just like me. I never wanted to come home either.
I would
It's
never
awesome up there.
Flint, you live there too?
I didn't live there. I went there on a cruise. I paid my way when I graduated high school.
Nice.
My friend's family was going. I'm like, if I buy a ticket, can I go? So we split a room, and I had to pay for all the day activities and stuff. But it ended up being like just $1,000.
Wow.
So pretty good.
Time of your life in that time?
Oh yeah, I never wanted to come back.
Wow.
It's a different world out there, ain't it, Flint?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
I went salmon fishing, and literally every time you threw your pole in the water, you'd come up with a salmon.
Oh.
Yeah, grizzly bear.
Yeah, we did a private plane fly thing to a lodge where they cook you salmon over the fire, and all these bears start coming in, and they have to chase them away with sticks.
Oh.
But yeah, they just had really long poles, and they would go hit the bear with it, and it would leave.
It's a damn grizzly bear. How
That
the
is
fuck are you gonna hit a stick?
there's another thing. Shoot him.
Yeah.
Shoot him. I got this thing against
Everything's
bears.
Joel's been there, Gary's been there, and Flint's been there. That ain't funny.
Oh, it's a good time.
The moose up there are huge.
Yeah, they're almost as dangerous as the bears.
Oh, yeah.
They're huge.
Working class
Bears
woodsman
are
caught
big, I know that.
Working class woodsman caught a 50-pound fish yesterday. What kind of fish did you catch, brother?
50 pounds.
Of
So he
50.
caught probably more than one fish to add up to 50 pounds.
All right, 50
Yeah.
pounds of fish.
Yes.
Mhm.
I got you. Jesus, I got glasses on too. Wow.
Listen, it's Saturday sleep. We can't read all the words, okay? We're just trying to not have a heat stroke and pay semi-attention, right?
That's what we got Flint for, to keep us straight.
Yes, and he's young. He knows things. He's alert. We like firing on half a cylinder. He's got like 12 governors going at all time. We got youth on our side.
Just here to help, man.
He's helping the elderly. Oh, now Hugo says, my best friend is an Alaskan fisherwoman. She's up there now waiting to fish. Oh, nice.
Is she married? And if not, does she want a boyfriend?
I'm with Mikey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, now see, Redneck Tommy will have a jump on you because at least he's single, Mike T.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going
Doesn't
to
have to do the paperwork, you know?
Right.
I did that paperwork years ago.
Well, I'll tell you, if I go to Alaska, I will be single.
Oh, man. Well, can't you just do like the cruise thing?
No, that's a tease. That's like taking a kid, right? That'd be like taking a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old into the biggest frickin' candy store you can think of, right? saying, look at all that candy. Yep. Let's go. Let's get out of here. You can't have none of that.
You get one Tootsie Roll.
Not one. Just bye, wave to it. No, I can't take a cruise to Alaska. If I'm not there for no less than 2 weeks, no less, I wouldn't even go.
Dude, it's even worse than that. It's like taking them to the candy store, loading up a basket, and then leaving there and walking out.
Yeah.
They got 14-day cruises, Mike D.
Yeah, but I just want to stay in Alaska. I don't want to go. I don't want to go see Vancouver Island. I don't want to do all that crap.
Okay.
I just want to stay in the woods in Alaska. I don't even want to go to Fairbanks. I don't want some 10,000 person populated city. I want like a 300 person populated town.
You want a cabin.
Yeah.
You want a rustic experience, not a hotel or a floating hotel, which is what a cruise is.
I got an idea, Mikey.
Gotcha.
You could try out for that show alone.
Yeah. I would only do that.
Take a camper to Hatcher's Pass and go gold panning for 2 days.
Yeah, I can do that too. I would only do that though, Tom, if I had a gun. I would not ever do that show without a gun. That's just silly.
I thought the cop quitting on the first night was pretty funny.
I would have too.
I wouldn't have.
I would have. No, the bear. No, I told you the other night. I'm allergic to bears.
And they're everywhere. Like if you go to a river and the salmon's running and you're fishing,
Oh yeah.
your head's got to be on a swivel because the bear's gonna come.
Because if your head's not on a swivel, it's not gonna be on your shoulders much longer.
No, it'll be inside of a bear.
Yeah, exactly.
I got chased by a black bear once. I was in a tractor up in Alaska, and we had on the base. It was 26 miles our front gate to Fairbanks. There was an Army base that had a gate that was right in Fairbanks. And then the land between the bases, the Army base and the Air Force base, was just vast. You could go back there and hunt. We used to go back there shooting all the time. But we had, out there in the woods, we had like ammo bunkers where we kept missiles and stuff like that. Well, we would have to go out there and clear the brush around those berms and stuff, so like the guard towers could see if people were trying to come in and get the missiles and stuff. I was coming back to base one day and a Ford tractor had a cab, and I looked behind me and there's a black bear chasing me. And I'm like, I got that thing pegged, and a tractor ain't gonna run but so fast. Which that bear finally tired out and petered off into the woods. But I was like,
Dang.
So you was like the dude on the bicycle being chased by the grizzly.
yeah, well, it wasn't a grizzly, it was a black bear.
It wasn't a bicycle, it was a tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that they don't exactly scoot along, do they?
No.
Tractors don't get it.
And if you've ever run a tractor wide open, they're shaky, going down these little dirt road trails out in the woods.
Right.
And then moose, you would see them, they would run in front of you and knock friggin' trees over.
Holy cow.
If you hit a moose in a pickup truck, like a full-size pickup truck,
You're going to die, the moose will be fine.
yeah, if you're going down a Richardson highway and a big, full-grown male moose runs out in front of you, the whole front end of that pickup truck is going to be pushed into the windshield.
Yeah.
Dang.
I don't know about the moose being fine, but yeah, you're gonna kill yourself.
Mm.
They do they have the moose guards on the tractor trailers up there? They got them up in Maine.
Did you say moose god? Oh, moose guard.
Yeah, whatever that is. Same thing.
Moose guard. A moose guard. Sorry, I didn't understand what you were asking. Seriously, and then it dawned on me what I had to interpret in my mind. I'm sorry.
That's kind of like to protect the integrity of the truck when it hits hard.
Exactly.
Damn.
Let me see if I can.
They're so bad up there, guys. They got fences with one-way gates. They can go off the road into the bushes, but they can't go from the bushes back onto the road. Like a turnstile.
Right.
They got them all over Alaska now, or did back in '92 when I was there.
Wow.
And
Were
they,
you working
they
there,
ain't
Jerry?
everywhere, so people still hit them.
And
No,
they're
I
pretty-
went up there kind of like on vacation. My first marriage, my brother-in-laws worked for the airline up there. We got to do all kinds of fun stuff. Salmon
Nice.
fish at Seward, gold panning at Hatcher's Pass and Hope. Got to do all kinds of stuff. What was amazing to me, that I talk about the most probably, is riding a 10-speed across Anchorage at 2 o'clock in the morning and it's daylight.
Wow.
Yeah. And in Fairbanks, where I was at, when
It
it's
was,
not,
it
when
was just weird, the time difference and stuff, man.
when it snowed in September, it didn't like snow and melt. You know, you get like snow and melt. Even in the north, you get snow and melt. But in Alaska, when it snows, it never melts. It's there.
because it's
Then it
permafrost.
just continues snowing and continues snowing. That's
Is that,
September till May.
is that becoming is that because of the permafrost?
Yeah, the ground's so cold.
Right. That's what I thought.
Hey, Mr. Dolly.
They got
Yeah,
a
that's
hose
tough.
cut
Hello.
right outside of Anchorage.
Yeah.
They call the Alaska Grand Canyon. It's where all the plows dump their snow. I was there in August and September, and it still had snow in it.
Yeah.
Dang.
You know, they moved the Iditarod. They moved the Iditarod 245 miles, 250 miles north because they had no snow this past winter.
Well,
Wow.
I told them, I says, I wish I knew that. We could have sent them out some.
Now, Mike, you might know about this.
What's up?
I saw this on a special, like on CNN News or something, and it was snow farms. I didn't realize in Boston, places like that, that when they have to take the snow somewhere and dump it, I thought they just shoved it like up on the side of the road and it just became kind of mountainous. Have you heard that? Snow farms?
Yeah. And then they would take like an empty parking lot or an abandoned parking lot, like where there was a fire or something and the owner hasn't built on it yet, and they would put all the snow in the back of the truck on the pickup trucks and they'd dump it. Then they'd have front end loaders just pile. There's a pile of snow that is now, I think, a foot high in Boston, because it was about 45 feet tall earlier. And now it's just a mess because now everything that the plows hit, you know, all the cones, all the barrels, everything in its mother is in there.
Oh.
And it's in a big, huge empty parking lot down the Pierce section of Boston.
And it's still there. And we're down here with 103-degree temperatures.
It's about a foot high now.
That's
I
great.
did not know they had to put snow somewhere. Sorry, Tommy.
Yeah, well, because the snowbanks, they get so high you can't see around the corner. People get killed. People still got to walk, go to work, the whole nine. You know.
Gotcha.
When you come up to my way, where I am, yeah, you have different places to put it. You know, there's more room, obviously. But down in the city, it's horrible.
Mm.
we used to do that on base because I was in the civil engineering group, and that's what we did was snow removal. We would have to go out and plow snow with these big snow plows, and even on the runway, because you always had to keep the runway on the base clear, and you got to cut all those runway lights with these big plows. But you would make this big wall of snow. I mean, it might be 4 foot wide, but it might end up 10 foot tall with these plows, and you do a back cut. Then we had these big blowers with 2 big augers in them that would chew it up, and you could turn the chute and spray it out into the fields. And that's all we did for like 6 months.
Jeez.
It was like
Yeah,
plow snow.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, and it's mesmerizing when you're plowing snow too, especially when it's snowing outside. and you got the snow coming at you at the windshield. It's mesmerizing. It can put you right out.
Mm.
Well, it could have to me, but a lot of the guys get tired. And you're out there 30 hours.
Yeah,
35
a lack of
hours.
color, right? Yeah,
Ah,
total lack of color.
Well, it would like hypnotize you.
yeah,
You'd be
absolutely.
like, and if you didn't like shake out of it, you'd run into something. You'd be like, what the hell did I just do?
It's under there, right?
Hey, Mr. Tully, what's happening? I missed you last night, my friend.
Oh man, I picked up these. I'm like an idiot, man. I should never work at 7 o'clock in the morning because I just don't get up well. So I took this weekend. I took a few extra shifts, and I got to get up at 6 so I can be to work at 7
Right.
for today and tomorrow. So I'm not going to be here long. I got to get my big ass to bed.
Well, it's always a pleasure to see you, my friend.
Yeah, I was felt bad for missing it last night. I really wanted to be there.
Hey, it's all right. It's all good.
It is what it is. You guys got to make a living, right?
Absolutely.
Got to have toys.
That's right. I got an Alaska story for you. So it was on our boat, and it was like the 4th day out of 7, I guess. And a whole bunch of the boat goes off to do whale watching. It's like $250 a person, and it's out for like an hour at a time. And me and my friend didn't pay for that. We wanted to go fishing instead. So we sat on the boat, and we're sitting there eating lunch or something, and all of a sudden up alongside the boat, a huge blue whale comes up and just starts like surfacing really slow. So we sit there and watch it. It's there for like 5 minutes. And as soon as all the other boats come back, they start telling us, oh, we didn't see a single whale, They're like, you guys should have stayed on the damn boat for free. We saw one.
That is funny.
I really want to go in Alaska, though, too, just to see it. Is what do you call it? Sound.
Puget
Sound.
Yeah.
I thought that was in Washington.
Yep. The one when they had the. Isn't that the one where they had the Valdez went down? Or part of part of where all that oil hit part of where all the Valdez oil went to was in that sound.
It's actually between Seattle and Alaska.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So you want an Alaska story? My daughter was stationed. Well, my daughter's husband was stationed there, so they bought a place because they knew they were going to be there for a few years. And she was looking out the back window one morning and started taking pictures of a moose that was in her backyard.
Nice.
They just wander right into town and into your backyard. That was in Anchorage.
Shit.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah,
I got pictures of it. They're on my other computer. Kind of cool.
Yeah,
it was just out in the back looking at the swing set.
Speaking of moose, I didn't win the lottery this year, Charlie.
You missed it?
Yeah, no, I missed the main one, but I signed up for the New Hampshire lottery, moose lottery.
Yeah.
And I didn't win.
Damn.
So next year, I guess.
I signed up for the spring turkey lottery.
Yeah, we got an elk lottery down here.
Prince William Sound. That's what I was trying to think of. Thank you.
You know what sucks is you have to sign up for a lottery to go hunt an animal.
Well, around here, yeah. I mean,
it sucks. It don't matter where it's at. It sucks.
Well, they don't want to make them extinct either, so.
Well,
yeah.
That's why they do it.
I watch a guy on YouTube named Salty Kayak. He's down in Florida. He's a retired dude, and he goes fishing all the time. And they have snapper season, which is only like a week or two. But he's out there catching snapper all the time because it's extinct. It's going to be extinct. They got to be protected. And he has to throw them back constantly, but he's catching snapper constantly. I can understand the commercial season where you don't wipe them out, but recreational fishing,
Fishing, yeah, but see, fishing and hunting moose, two-way different animal, two-way
Well, it's
different.
still government control.
Yeah,
Listen,
still
but
government.
here's the thing though,
but
Joel.
it's two
Joel.
totally different things, though.
Joel, there is. I'm going to guarantee you right now, in working class woodsman, I'm not going to tell you where he lives, but he's up in the mountains, okay, and he'll tell you there ain't. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to guess there's probably not. There probably ain't 3,000, 4,000 moose in the state of New Hampshire.
Well, how about this? If the population is that bad, don't hunt them for 6 years and let them repopulate good.
Well, they only gave out 105. They only gave out 105 licenses.
And what,
Hey, Mike,
what did they
do
charge?
they have a wolf problem up there?
No, no.
Yeah, we have a wolf season here.
No, like
Yeah.
Wyoming and stuff, they're not allowing them to hunt wolves, but they're decimating the moose and the elk population.
Right. And yeah, no, we don't have a wolf issue. We have a coyote issue, but not a wolf issue. And
There ain't no coyote season here.
Yeah, well, the coyote out here is the same
You
as.
see them, shoot them.
Yeah, the coyote out here are the same as you get them probably, Charlie. You know,
Yeah.
they're probably 50 pounds, 45, 50 pounds. There's no 20-pound friggin' coyotes around here.
Yep.
They're eating good.
They ain't starving, that's for damn sure.
No, they're not.
So they're fatter for winter to take the weather?
No, they're just eating a lot of deer, and that's why I take them out. I take them out because they're eating a deer.
Ooh.
But yeah, working class
They're
women
kind of
just
scavenger.
the ticks are killing a lot of the moose in New Hampshire too. So
Hey, Mike,
yes, sir.
when you put in for that lottery ticket, does it cost you anything to like get a moose?
$500.
I mean, you have to pay $500 just to get in the lottery.
No, I don't have to pay anything to get in the lottery. I got in the lottery and it cost me a dime. By the time the season rolls around, and working class woodsman, please correct me if I'm wrong. By the time the season rolls around, I'd have to buy a big game license. Okay. That's for me because I'm a non-resident. That's $103. And then the moose license. I think the moose license is the same amount of money in Maine. If it is, it's $500. So you're talking 602, 603.
That sounds like a pretty good business.
Now, if I wanted to, I could have a what do you call it? Do it guided. But do I want to pay a guy $5,000 to guide me for a week?
Well, I'm just saying, if it's $600 if you win the lottery,
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't sound like much of a lottery to have to spend $600 to hunt one animal.
Yeah, well, that for me, I don't have an issue with it. I just don't. I don't have a problem. I probably wouldn't do the guided hunt. I'd probably just do it on my own with my brother and a buddy of mine. And we'll just do it ourselves.
How's a lottery work, Mike D? I'm not familiar with that.
So basically all you do is you fill out your paperwork, yada, 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 and the computer will pick the names.
Oh.
So it's got nothing to do with human. Humans aren't pulling a name out of a hat. They're not, it's got no human touch whatsoever.
So it's random.org.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Pretty much. And then what they do.
Mike, does it run on a point system?
Yep, and that was my next point. That was my next thing. Now this is where I'm going to need working class woodsman. I know there's a delay. I want to say New Hampshire's point system is, because I can't shoot moose in Massachusetts. That's why. But I want to say it's 2 points a year. I think I'm right on that. So yeah,
do you
do get
pay to get in the lottery, Mike,
well.
with your application?
No, the application doesn't cost you anything, but you do have to have a hunting license. So you're buying your hunting license.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You're buying your big game hunting license. Okay.
But wouldn't you have that covered, like if you had a sportsman's license, like in North Carolina? If I went and
Okay,
bought a
but don't
sport,
forget it. Don't forget, for a non-resident, it's a lot higher. My sportsman license in the state of Massachusetts is going to cost me $48 or something like that.
why can't you? Why can't you hunt moose in Massachusetts?
Because there aren't enough.
Huh?
There aren't enough moose in the state of Massachusetts. Well, the western part of Massachusetts to hunt. There's no deer where I am. I mean, there's no moose where I am whatsoever. But and if there is, they came out of New Hampshire. But in the western part of Massachusetts, the herds. There's only, if you saw what Working Class Woodsman wrote, there's only 4,000 moose in the state of New Hampshire. Maybe 200 in Massachusetts.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they just like suspend hunting for moose for X number of years and let them populate and get healthy to where you could hunt them more without having to like go through this lottery so much and paying so much?
I don't know. Let me get back to that in 1 second. Working Class Woodsman, he wrote, it's 2 points per year, which I thought it was. I don't remember paying the register fee, but that's okay. $100 for a resident and $500 for a non-resident.
Gotcha.
So I was right. So it's $500 for a non-resident. So
Because I know here we do the lottery for the first 4 turkey seasons in the spring. There's four different weeks that we can hunt, and those are all on lottery in the spring. But in the fall, it's not lottery, and anybody can hunt.
Why is that?
right.
Why is it in the fall anybody can hunt?
Because they want the turkeys to be able to breed in the spring.
Right.
Okay.
So they don't let you hunt them in the spring, or they don't let as many people hunt them in the spring.
So that goes back to my question. Why wouldn't they just like suspend spring hunting and it'd be a fall hunting?
Don't know.
Because there's a.
My point is they generate a lot of money out of it.
Well,
That's
being
what
in the lottery doesn't. Well, Minnesota generates a lot of money off of hunting and fishing and stuff anyway.
well, yeah, you guys have a good state to do that.
I mean, you can. There's 8 different turkey seasons in Minnesota this year, and
Right.
you can hunt all 8 of those seasons. The first 4 are on a lottery, so you've got to get drawn for the first 4. The last 4 are they're like week-long seasons. I'm trying to remember all this now. I think they're week-long seasons, but they're open, but you have to have a different license for each season.
Wow.
So if you want to hunt all 4 seasons, you have to have a license for each one, and they get you there.
Wow.
Is North
Yeah, it's
Carolina
kind of
different? Go ahead, Tolly.
I think North
they
Carolina.
get their money out of you.
They don't have a. North Carolina doesn't have a. If I heard, well, what's his name right the first time he told me, there's no limit to the deer in North Carolina.
There is a limit to the deer.
It's
There is a
like
limit?
6.
You have deer tags and stuff, and you have doe season, bow season, rifle season, black powder, and all that stuff. You have like certain things you can hunt them with, and there's limits to what you can take. And you have to have deer tags, and you got to tag them and put tags in and stuff. But
Yeah, I think the max is like 6 that you can take.
Okay.
What Tolly's talking about, like all those different turkey seasons, is crazy.
See, now in Massachusetts, okay, I get I get a when I buy my big game fishing license, I get I can only shoot 2 bucks and 1 antlerless. I call them doe, they call them antlerless.
Yeah.
Same. And that's what I get for my big game. I mean, I can still shoot coyote with it. I can still shoot fox with it. I can
And
still
that's
shoot, you
probably
know what I mean?
that's similar here. That's
But
similar.
now, if I wanted to get a bear license, a bear tag, I think it's $3 or $4 to get a bear tag. Turkey tag is $5. Archery tag is $5, and it's $5 for a muzzleloader.
I believe all the states are that way. Do y'all have a program for like a lifetime license where you can do away with all the different tags and crap?
You got to be 65.
No,
Don't you?
you can do away in Minnesota. All you can do away with is you have to, no matter what you're hunting, you have to have your small game hunting license.
Right.
So you have to have that first. You can do away with that one. Your standard fishing license.
But your lifetime is like.
Well, like we have
I'm sorry, buddy.
That's like, God, I think it was $800 this year.
Yeah.
And it kind of depends on your age too.
Jerry?
See here, I bought mine last year. I don't have to buy any tags anymore. I can hunt 6 deer, 4 turkeys, a bear, all kinds of different stuff under that license for the rest of my life.
And what did that cost you, Jeff?
$750 for hunting and fishing.
Right.
It's the same here, Jerry, in North Carolina. You can buy a lifetime hunting and fishing license, and you just have to go pick up your game tags. Whatever's allowed each year, you just have to go pick up your tags. Like, you just show I've got a lifetime license, and they give you your tags, and you go. But you are limited on, like how many buck you can take and doe.
Right. You still have to obey the seasons and rules, but you don't have to purchase extra tags and stuff every time you want to go.
Right.
You kill a buck today, you don't have to run back to the bait store and buy another tag to hunt in the morning if you still want to fill your freezer.
Right.
Right. Now, do you guys have a tag limit per day?
I think we have a tag.
I can kill whatever's in the season. Like, bow season would be a buck and up to 4. Well, actually, bow season you can kill all of them. But muzzleloading, you're allowed 2 bucks and 1 doe. Rifle, you're allowed 2 bucks, 1 doe. But your total maximum is only the 2 bucks and 4 does.
Yeah.
But archery, you can kill them all in it.
I don't think I can take my 2 bucks in one day. I think I have to take 1 buck and then go back another day and grab a buck. But I can take a buck and a doe in one day.
I don't have a daily limit. No.
Yeah, so
I have a seasonal limit.
Yeah, they call them daily bag limits here in Massachusetts.
I think we're the same.
Right. Like for catching fish, you got a daily bag limit.
Yep. Fish, squirrel, we have a daily bag limit. I don't think they have a license for woodchuck, but that comes on the small game, sweetie. But
I agree. I mean, we have bag limits on other things when there's a multiple killing, like squirrels, rabbits, different stuff. Yeah, but on your deer, it's not really a daily bag limit. It's a seasonal bag limit.
Yep. And as far as trapping, people don't even. Well, I shouldn't say they don't, but they're far and few between people that trap in Massachusetts. Because the laws is just so.
There's actually getting more and more people trapping again. We went through the 80s and 90s where there wasn't that many people enjoying outdoors.
Yep.
Yeah, we did that here. And that's why they changed some of the laws to get people back out there.
Economy's that way.
Well,
Yep.
we're fighting
First
Yeah, I
year.
believe so too. It was hurting their pocketbook.
Yep.
We've been
They
fighting.
just took the lottery off of
I'm
Doe's.
like Tim.
Doe,
A
but
lot of it's their money. They want to figure out how to make more money. The only lottery we have here is on elk. We've got like 3 or 4 different ranges that some have gotten loose off of private places and started populating, and they limit how many are taken every year. You know, it may be the 20 in this area, but it might be 3, males and 17 females, and you put your name in for which one you want. You can put them in for all of them, but you're only allowed to draw it, once. If you win this one, you can't get into the rest of them. And on our lotteries, if you win it one time, it's a once in a lifetime hunt. You don't
Oh,
get to
really?
enter it no more after you win the first one.
Oh, I think we have to wait. I think it's 3 years. It's either
I
3 or
so.
5, I think, on the moose.
Yeah, but you're doing a lottery out of state though, ain't you, Mike?
Yeah, I don't have a lottery in state, so
Uh, that's what. If we did something out of state, it would cost us a lot more money.
yeah, well, it does. It cost me a ton of money to go moose hunting if I was to win.
Yeah.
You know,
And it would us too, like out of state. If we go
yeah.
do something out of state, it costs a lot more money. I was just thinking,
Right.
like,
Right. Out of state's always going to hit you in the pocket.
Now, no, Tolly, can you hunt? We can't hunt 7 days a week up here. Sundays you can't hunt up here in Massachusetts. Can you hunt on Sundays in Minnesota?
yeah, we can.
See, we
We
can't
can
hunt on
hunt.
Sundays.
Our deer season though is only 10 days long for shotgun.
Right, so ain't us. But now, does your muzzleloader season go right after your shotgun season?
Yeah,
Yeah, so it doesn't us.
and muzzleloader is like 2 months though.
Oh, see,
Muzzleloader's a lot longer.
and I would guess because y'all are so far north that maybe that's why y'all have
Yeah.
like different rules.
We just got hunting on Sunday for deer.
It's
Well, we can hunt any day of the week we want to.
We can now.
yeah, I know.
But I know a lot of guys that only go deer hunting for shotgun season and they don't bother doing anything else.
Yeah.
And I know that's your one deer. That's all you get, buck or doe. But you only get one tag.
Yeah, so I got the 3. Like I said, I got the $2 in the dough.
Yeah, I would have to take them with my recurve bow. The heck with a gun.
Yeah, we've got an annual, yearly bag limit on deer. There's like 5 deer,
Yeah.
but it's like 1 per season.
You guys want to hear a good one? So my buddy who lives in the same town I do, he's literally the last house before you get to New Hampshire, and so in his backyard, I'm not even joking about this. In his backyard, he's got 2 tree stands on the same tree. Okay, one's facing this way, that's Massachusetts. One's facing that way, that's New Hampshire. And because you can hunt in New Hampshire on Sundays and everything, so it's because he goes right by the line, And he asks his neighbor, who's the New Hampshire resident. He always asks her, "Can I hunt this year?" And she says, "Yep." And she just writes him out a note. I give Mike permission to hunt on my property from now until whatever, and he keeps it in his wallet with his hunting license, So, but it's just the funniest thing. He literally has 2 of them on the same friggin' tree.
That is
That's
cool.
interesting.
I'll be watching the Patriots game, right? And he'll call me and be like,
Kind of like walking the fence.
"Yeah."
Depends on the game ranger on that one.
And I'll be watching the
Yep.
Patriots game. He'll text me. He'll call me. "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What am I doing? I'm watching football. It's Sunday." And he's like, "Oh, I just got a deer." I go, "Where?" He goes, "My backyard." I go, "Oh, it's Sunday. You're in New Hampshire." You know, and I'm like, you bastard.
That's kind of funny.
The only day limits, or not limits, but restrictions we have, I guess you could call it, if you had, like, fill your buck tag the first day of the season and all you have left is antlerless, you can change it to another buck tag on Sunday, the ending day. I mean, you can, they allow you to hunt, try to fill your tag, I guess is what they're trying to do.
We've been fighting them here in Massachusetts to let us hunt on Sundays. They just won't let us do it. They just absolutely will not let us do it. We even just said just for bow, they won't even let that pass.
Yeah, we've
We
been trying
just
to let them
opened
to
up
get them to
residential
lengthen the
hunting with
season.
bows.
What was that, Tolly?
I've been trying to get them to lengthen the season.
Yeah.
Make it a couple of full weeks for shotgun or something. Just because the deer population is getting so crazy.
Yep.
Is it because of population that y'all are limited to muzzleloader
No.
or
It's
shotgun?
it's just a season.
No, it's because of the distance between houses and crap.
Well,
the population is what I was
season.
getting at.
Yeah, no, it's just because of the ranges. Up north, they can shoot rifle.
well, yeah. Yeah, I can't
I'm in the southern part of the state, and everybody's like right up everybody's ass. And you got the farmers. We got more farming down here than they do up north.
Right.
So they're, out in the fields and shit a lot during that time.
We can't shoot rifle here unless
So they just because of the range.
Yeah, we can't shoot rifle here unless you're shooting coyote or bear.
Yeah.
You can't shoot a
Yeah,
deer in the state.
I find that kind of weird. I can shoot a coyote with a 30-06, but I can't shoot a deer with a 30-06.
Right? Doesn't that seem kind of stupid?
I don't quite understand that.
Doesn't that seem stupid?
They won't make sure when you hit the coyote, it stays down.
I want to know why I can't shoot can't shoot a bear with a shotgun. I put a 7mm round in that. I put that 7mm round in that thing, and in my Mossberg. Are you telling me that ain't gonna take that bear down?
I don't. They just changed another thing. We can actually hunt deer with an AR now up north.
That's kind of silly, ain't it?
We used to have a caliber restriction. It had to be bigger than 22 caliber, so you had to have like a 243 or bigger.
Right. That's what it is here too. We have a
now they changed it as long as it's a 22 center fire.
Gee, it's a little complicated, ain't it? Tags, days, okay.
Oh yeah.
It's like, what do we have, a manual out there like this? You don't need a headlamp to read it, like before you shoot it?
Mouse, I'll tell you what, okay? I don't know if you guys ever watched that show, Northwoods Law, about the game wardens up there in the state of Maine. If you don't know the rules and you're out in the woods, that's a big mistake.
Dang.
Yeah, they don't understand the philosophy, ignorance is bliss. That don't work in game laws.
Nope.
It's fines and jail time. I mean, it is 8 ways a whack after having big game, small game, fresh fish, saltwater fish.
All the confiscation. They'll take your truck, your weapon, come to your house, take everything in it. I mean, they're crazy.
Yeah.
It's bad enough. Yeah, and that's life destroying. So if you own your vehicle outright, they're jonesing to take it. And you're like, serious? For what, too many redfish or something? Like I miscounted by one? It's a shame.
Yeah, if you're honest and upfront with them, usually, as long as you didn't just go shoot a moose or you're not a poacher or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, if you just legitimately make a mistake, okay, so you're shooting a gobbler and you miss and you shoot a hen,
Mhm.
okay, but you report it and you're like, listen, here's what I did, da 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 da. All right,
Yeah.
have a good night.
They're usually around here. They're pretty understanding and stuff like
Right.
that because it happens.
Right. Now, so like I said, something like that, that's fine. You know, if uh, you take 4 fish and you're only supposed to take 3, it all depends what kind of fish you took. You know what I mean? But usually they're pretty lenient with that stuff. But like I said, you shoot a moose or something and you don't have a tag for it, or you shoot a deer out of season or something like that that isn't a nuisance animal. And even when they're a nuisance animal, I believe in Massachusetts you still need a tag for it. I don't know about other states, but you're in big trouble. You know?
Sheesh. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
you think you got a DUI or something, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Or attempted manslaughter.
Well, that's what they do now. Even I'll tell you what. You know what they're doing now? You go on a 4-wheeler. If you're hunting, you go on you're a hunting cabin. I don't care. Pick a state. Okay. In a hunting cabin. You're on a 4-wheeler. You had 3 or 4 beers, whatever. Something silly happens. The warden gets you, and you're drunk driving. You lose it all.
Wow.
Your driver's license. You lose it everything. You know, boats, the whole 9 yards. You can't drive a boat after that. You can't drive a mini bike, dirt bike,
Yep.
golf cart.
And you know what's interesting is like I'm 58. Parker was talking about it. He's from Louisiana.
Hmm.
I was driving to the store at 13, big old Oldsmobile, right? Out in a John boat in the bayou, um, out on what would be a moped today, but was more of a scooter back then.
Hmm.
We could learn things, have some adventures, make some mistakes. Now, like you said, the penalty's huge regardless of age. We didn't have drugs that you would try that would literally destroy your life, like crack, the things that happen now. We had a lot more leeway, for lack of a better word, for learning some stuff and doing some crazy stuff. And the worst thing that happened, we broke an arm. Now, your mother was always, watch out, you're going to put an eye out. Everything was an eye, right?
Right.
But it really is. I just can't imagine what it's like growing up now and having to be a parent to watch on all these things. You can't
Well,
send your kid to the bayou just to go fishing. What's he
right.
going to drag home? Am I going to lose my car?
And unfortunately, there's way more people than there was when we were kids. You know, and there's way more less nice people in the world.
Well,
Very.
I think they just recognize it more. I don't think there's that. I don't think the odds are any better. I think it's more recognized.
Well, maybe you're
People
right.
are more vigilant.
Maybe you're right. Because I wish the same thing. I mean, I can remember getting caught drinking when I was 16 years old, 15 years old, and the cops just like taking your beers from you and sending you home.
Yeah, pouring them out.
Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly.
Or if they didn't pour them out, they put them in the back of the cruiser for them for when they get off.
Yes, if they
You
weren't
know?
open, they took them. That's New
So
Orleans cops did that. Oh, I like Schlitz, they'd say, and they'd
but
have a cooler in the back.
today, come get your
Yeah.
kid. He did this or she did that, and you know,
And they have to find out where you got it. Was it a parent's house? Even if you stole it, the parent's in trouble. I would have my liquor under lock and key if I had children.
yep. Thankfully, I don't have any in my house, so.
Yep.
Either.
Parker
I
said
got
he
a
used to
story
holler.
about that.
Go ahead, Jerry.
My ex-wife and I lived over in a different place, and I had a bottle of cognac in the cabinet.
Nice.
One of my stepson's kids took it. Ended up going to the hospital with alcohol poisoning because he was trying to down it.
Oh,
You talk about some serious, almost trouble. If I couldn't have proved I was at work when this happened, I'd have probably been in jail.
dang, Jerry. Yeah,
Yeah, for a
we
kid
had it
stealing
different,
something
didn't
out of
we?
my house.
Hmm.
Yeah, that sucks.
My dad was in the military, and you always had parties at your house. Women made themselves a long gown, they wore gloves, but it was at your house. My brother and I were the bartenders. I mean, we could make your Bloody Mary, your old fashioned. And so my brother and I kept a pitcher under the bar table we had, right? And
Yep.
we would pour the stuff in there and we would drink it. And now, oh my God, can you imagine what would happen? It'd be terrible. And people would line up for my old fashioned, and I
Oh,
was
the cops
in
would be there.
oily.
You go to my old man. She sent me to the fridge to get him a beer. And he said, "You want to take a sip?" I goes, "No, I don't like the taste of beer," and I did it. I hated it. I absolutely hated the taste of that beer. But my kid brother liked it. My sister didn't mind it. You give a kid a sip of beer today, or then they find out about it, it's all over.
Oh, yeah.
The do-gooders get a hold of it, forget about it.
Hmm.
You know?
Parker said in the external in Louisiana, he'd go to leave and go, I'll see y'all, before it's dark. We all knew to go home when the street lights came on, and every mom would yell out,
Yep.
street lights are on, and we'd all go running, jumping on our bikes, like 50 of us, man, in a 2-block area with our, what do you call it, playing cards clothespin to our spokes, so we sounded like motorcycle gangs.
Yep.
But you had to get home, and the street lights came on. It was time to head home. We had adventures. We had a good time. We
Yep.
learned our limits. We learned what we were good at, and had a great time. We got to experiment with things.
Where have you been, young lady?
I just spaced out, and then I was like, oh my gosh, it's Saturday. So I ran in there and fixed my hair a little bit and ran in here. So
Your hair looks gorgeous, Oily. It looks great.
I normally don't straighten it.
Ah, you
It was
straightened
as
it.
long as it was.
Mouse, you got that,
Clint was gonna be on.
Manhattan accent down to a T, by the way. I must tell you that.
I work on the accents,
Yeah, you got that. It's Manhattan, though. You got that. That's the Manhattan accent you got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just Manhattan. You got to say it right from Manhattan.
You know, you got to put the eye on the coffee. You know.
Yes. And then Boston, you got to park the car. I mean,
Take the eyes out. You're all set.
yes, you taught me that, right? Yeah, you have to hold up your R pillar, right?
Yeah, take the eyes out, and you take the G's off of anything ending in G. So if
Right.
it's like interesting, it's interesting. You know, it's just the G
And-
silent.
And then the South, we're interesting, right? Appreciate
Yeah.
it, right? We're a little louder and we take off the front, but appreciate it. And we add syllables to everything, right? Like, hey, Tasha, hey, Jerry, instead of hey, Jerry, like you New Yorker, like Jerry, hey, what's up? How you doing? Right?
No, wait. Now, how the hell do people like Mike say Jerry and since he don't use his R's?
Well, it's not that we don't use our R's. I mean, Jerry is Jerry. The R's are there. It's just, it's not a pronoun. It's just not a pronounced R. It's not a enunciated. Is that the word nowadays they're using?
Yes, it's voluntary.
Yeah.
Um,
A voluntary letter. I like that.
Yeah.
It's not voluntary.
It's folly. You can say Jerry, but you can't say other things.
But it's not.
It's when it's the ending sound mainly, I think.
It's not like I can say refrigerator too. I'm using the R. It's not the letter. It's the I don't know how to explain it.
But you know what we say? We call it the
Where is
ice
that?
box or the refrigerator. We just forget the re. It's like the refrigerator.
But again, fridge. I'm still using the R. You know.
But you're not saying R, fridge.
Right.
You hear the R in it. The
Right.
R's not there.
Like if you say, you want to go to our house?
Rest.
Is
I'll
our,
say,
Right.
I'll say, do you want to go to our house?
Our house.
house.
See, you want to go to we go our house, 2 syllables, man. We just drag it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
So everybody can understand what we're saying. I like when TR was doing the conundrum and Google Plus was having issues in the Hangouts. and it would lag, right? And you'd see
Yeah.
like resist the tyranny would get stuck.
Yep.
But by the time it would come back, TR was still saying the same word. We could understand him perfectly, but everybody else would cut off their words. Because he's a South Carolinian, see.
Bye, Jerry. Thanks for coming, man.
Night, Jerry. Don't
Bye,
work too
Jerry.
hard.
So, hey, Casey, what's up?
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah,
Before
I
you
gotta go catch some mean bees. Another guy tried to today and got stung like 30 times.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir.
Did you get that package, that last package I sent you?
I don't think he hears you.
Yeah,
at all.
I got it. I love it.
Okay, great. I just wanted to make sure. I misplaced the tracking number on it, so I wasn't sure if you got it or not.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I've been so busy. I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you I did.
Yeah, that's cool. I appreciate it. Glad you like them. A little bit
I
of
love 'em.
adjustability
I
on
love all you
those.
guys. I'm going to get out of here.
Love you too, Jerry.
Later,
All
Jerry.
right, Jerry. Be good.
Jerry was uploading a YouTube video, so he couldn't have that external open. And what we figured is, for whatever reason, unlike you, right, Oily, Oklahoma, Jerry's got a lag there. Because he'll watch the chat and he goes, I was talking over people. But because he's got a different lag, it was like talking to my husband when he was on a satellite phone in Iraq.
Oh.
And I wasn't talking over him, but I don't know how to explain the lag. But he would say something, then I would answer. But when I was answering, he wasn't finished. It was the weirdest thing ever. And Jerry's got some kind of funky lag on his, and because I've got DSL as well, like he does.
It's Google, YouTube. They hate me, so they're lagging everybody.
They do it to Jerry hard.
Tommy, they don't hate you.
We love you, Tommy.
I know, and I love all of y'all.
That's right, because we're zoners, dude. We got the big love up in here.
Now we're gonna have to start singing the Barney song at the beginning of every show.
Oh,
every
God.
Every Saturday, I'm gonna do it earlier next week. I'm gonna do a video promoting the Redneck Zone.
Man, I love that.
I might be out in the kayak fishing, but I'm gonna talk about the Redneck Zone.
It needs to be Highway to the Redneck Zone.
Yeah, there you go.
What a
Do
voice,
some
Oily.
footloose. I'll do some footloose on top of the kayak.
We do need an anthem. She made a good point, and I just found our lead singer.
No.
That was awesome, Oily.
No.
Hey, Mouse, I got a question for you.
Oh, God. Okay.
Well, this is a real important one. My wife has had no success at all making jam. And we were trying to go through your videos and Peachy's videos and a bunch of other ones to see what she's missing. And do you have one?
I may not have one. I have an old strawberry jam, one of the first ones. But if you'll have her go to Pecan Corner. They call it pecan, but they say it wrong. Pecan, Pecan, Corner. Tina there is the master of jam. She sells in a cottage food industry. What kind is she making, Tolly?
Pecan Corner, huh?
Pecan Corner, and her name's Tina. What kind of jam has your wife tried?
Well, strawberries are. Well, she's tried just about everything and just utterly fails at it.
Does it gel in the jar?
Yep.
It's her pectin, I bet. Pectin?
Yeah, God, what does she use? Sure gel? I think it's
no,
Sure gel.
Sure gel. If she'll use the powdered instead of the liquid, she might use the liquid. I don't do well with the liquid.
No, it's powdered.
Okay, it's powdered.
Yeah, it's powdered.
I do have one where I did strawberry jam. You do have to skim off the foam and check the contents of the box, because my husband had to do the math for me, because when I was younger I was really, really pretty and I majored in physical therapy, so math didn't matter. So I had my mix wrong of how many packages put in. So my husband, that went bad, and I just handed him the package, and so he made me a note. Next time you'll use 2, not 1. I was like, yay! And then the next time I won. But in all seriousness, check that liquid pectin stinks to me, and I use the
Yeah.
Sure Gel pectin. But when you do strawberries, you have to skim off that foam that rises, or it will not gel for you
Okay.
once it gets in the jar. And strawberry will
Gotcha.
always be a little more liquid because I like my strawberries chunkier than say if she did blackberry, but it shouldn't be runny, like you can't pour it.
Right.
And if not, I could
Right.
do
Yeah.
a hangout with her one day when she's making it.
Okay. Well, she's got the strawberry going now, but I think we're going out picking raspberries and blackberries this weekend, if I remember. Well, I'm going Monday.
Oh, excellent. And what kind of food mill do you have to get the berries smaller? Like the strawberries, does she smush them with a tater masher?
Well, she starts with a tater masher, and then she's got, I don't know, it's an old thing that was my grandma's, and you crank the thing, and
A
I
food
don't know.
mill, excellent. Yes, that's
Yeah.
a food mill. Yeah,
But
I'll check.
it's for making jam.
Okay. Well, Pecan Corner is the master of jam making because she sells them at this place. And I promise you, she would talk
Okay.
on the phone with your wife, but she is the ninja, whatever master of jam and jelly. I don't even know the difference between jam and jelly because I'm not British and I just don't give a damn. It's like I put it on my toaster
I don't know
biscuit
the
and I like
difference.
it. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you
Me
hit
too.
on
It goes
that,
on my. He winds up with syrup half the time,
There you go.
which isn't bad. She loves the syrup too.
Yeah, but her intent was jelly, yeah.
just pour that on some waffles and eat it. That'd be good.
And something too is not you can't overcook your jam or jelly, so a lot of people, let it boil for 5 minutes. Well, if it's not the right consistency, maybe you got to do 10. Like my husband just started cooking in the last 2 years, and he'll make risotto, and it's like chewing on toothpicks. And he'll go, but it said boil it for 15 minutes, and I did. Well, maybe you did 30. And he goes, but it didn't say that. Well, that's what, you kind of you kind of get a feel for it. But jams and jellies are actually the
Yeah.
harder things to can. They're not the easier because you have it ain't like
Yeah.
chicken. I mean, you can can chicken safely or you can can chicken with
You're
botulism.
right.
Jelly's a little more funky than jams.
Right. Well, and that's what another thing, because we'll make soup and wind up eating soup for a frickin' week.
Mhm.
Because all of our recipes are geared. I had 5 kids, so every recipe we've got is geared for 7 people, and have enough left over for guests if we have guests.
Right.
We were the people that never let anybody go hungry. If
Aw.
somebody didn't have a place to go on Thanksgiving, come on over. There's always enough food. That was us. And we still do that, but
That's
not
nice.
so much anymore because nobody wants to come to somebody else's house in the city. But they'd always come out to the country, When we had the farm, it was awesome.
But you saved a lot of people who would have either been alone or maybe not have had enough to eat, but because you left that open invitation, they weren't afraid to come.
Oh.
And then, that's really nice. And two,
Yep.
now that if she can can her leftover soup in quart jars. You can can your leftover stew. You just don't put rice in it.
That is something that she
wants to do.
Yeah. But we never had a pressure canner, and I don't know why we just never bought one. But we've got a pressure cooker.
Mm-hmm.
But it won't do the
No.
big quarts. But we don't want to do quarts anyway. We want to do pints because that's enough for 2 people.
But you can't can in a pressure cooker. You can only can in a pressure canner. And
This one says you can can in it.
Yeah, but they lie. That's the new kind of thing. That's a little bit iffy because when you have to pressure can, it's like green beans have to be pressure canned or they're high botulism risk. And that
Right.
new pressure cooker canner
Yeah.
is USDA's going, whoa there, Nelly. Because I am petrified, Tolly, of having something on my shelf that would make us sick. Petrified out my mind. Right?
Don't blame you.
And a Presto canner, the inexpensive one like I have, because we're just two people, it'll hold 8 pints, 7 quarts, something like that, just one level, and has a rubber
Yeah.
gasket. It was only $62 with shipping.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and we can get them at our local Fleet Farm store. You know, they got all that stuff there.
Yes. Yep.
So their canning section in the fall is just phenomenal.
Nice. That's what I like
Just
living here
about-
on the.
They got just a row that's all jars. Just about every
Ah.
size and configuration imaginable.
See, Peachy and I would
When you
walk
look at-
down that aisle drooling.
Yeah. And then they got the lids, and oh my God, it's horrible.
It's nirvana. When I came here, I didn't realize on the coast, because our grocery's 45 minutes away, and this is country people. I'm like one of the youngest people on this island, because this is like an ungated community. This is where elephants come to die, basically, where I am. Elephants come to die here.
Oh.
Other than that, it's just tourists in the summer. When I went into the grocery store and then the True Value, and there was an aisle, not like you're talking about, but a section, an aisle of canning, I almost wept, because I had to have the Ace Hardware in Greenville, South Carolina, order things for me. You know, and then I didn't have to pay shipping. They would just ship it to
Yeah.
the store. But to actually be able to touch some jars and lids, it was emotional for me. My husband goes, "You are a sick person." In this aisle going, "Yeah." It's like a man going to a hunting
Yeah,
store.
my
you
wife
know
is
what I mean?
kind of the same way.
Yes.
Yeah. And Carol doesn't, you know, we've never done a whole lot of canning and stuff, but God, my grandma used to can like no tomorrow. And we just started getting into it a few years ago.
Excellent. Because
So,
we're getting
it's
back
been-
to being more self-sufficient and using our leftovers, right? We're getting back to
Yep.
where the way our parents did it. I mean, we wouldn't have eaten if we didn't grow a garden in Louisiana and can it. We would not have had food.
Well, see, and I grew up in the city. I grew up in the Minneapolis suburbs and stuff.
Mm.
So, I mean, it kind of sucked because the only exposure I got was when we went to Grandma's house.
Wow.
We just, you know, Mom was a single mom raising 3 kids and stuff, so she was working a lot. You know, there just wasn't time for it.
Right.
Because you
Yeah,
do have to
different
have
place.
time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Oh,
So
Flint
now-
dropped by. He skipped out to watch a video.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Welcome
Was our
back.
cannon talk boring you, Flint?
No, there was a video I really needed to watch.
That happens.
You did not have our permission to leave, Eye Candy.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Hey, Tommy, shouldn't
didn't-
you have asked for a hall pass or something?
Yeah, we should do that.
Okay,
Flint?
next time. Where's the paperwork? I'll fill it out.
You have to like
I mean,
hold your hand up and go, teacher.
You could have at least done it on the sly, muted yourself, and be in another window watching a video.
I don't
You
know
could
how
have
to
at
mute
least-
you guys, though, and I couldn't hear the video.
Oh, God, you are so pretty. I see
God,
what you're
he's got y'all so suckered, and
You know, it makes us old fat men feel kind of bad there, you know, just so you know.
There ain't nothing wrong
Listen.
with you either, Tolly. Nothing
Let me
wrong
tell
with
you. You listen to Oily because Flint may be pretty, but you are madly talented, which makes you like, ooh, yummy. Yeah, we've seen your sheets, okay? So believe me, you got it going
guys
on.
the panel.
I am not saying a word.
Oily knows. Oily
You know,
knows.
I hate the
I
token.
read some stuff one time, and this is going to sound bad, but I'm going to say it anyway because it needs to be said. Women, and I read this, it was a scientific study and crap, and I don't know why I read it, but I did. Out of the 4 weeks of the year, or the month, there's only one week where women want that stud.
I
The
believe it.
rest of the other 3 weeks, they want reliable, steady, someone they can
I believe
depend
it.
on. But that 1 week, and
Hmm?
it's purely animal instinct. That
They're
that
just
1
wanting to
week they want this
procreate.
done. Exactly.
Yep. I, for example, married a
So
screaming nerd.
Flint, yeah, Flint can have you for a week. I got the other 3, right?
There we
Right
go.
on. See?
That works.
Hey, yep.
Hey, see, Tolly's got that 3-to-1 ratio worked out.
There we
Yeah.
go.
I used
That's
to have
why
a
I'm working hard on being a 2-package deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm staying out of this.
I used to have a height limit. A guy had to be 6'5". He had to be built right. He had to have a fly car. I ended up marrying a 6 foot tall screaming nerd, okay, who was in engineering construction. And when my dad met him, he goes, "Wow!" The first one I hadn't had to look up his nose to shake his hand, right? And it is very, very. But you were absolutely right that having somebody responsible, down to earth, always the same. Because I'm like a lunatic on a bungee cord, and he's like this maypole deep into the center of the earth, right? And I can only go so far, right? But there is something to that steadiness, and after 35 years of marriage, you have nailed it because that is so, so true.
Security and stability.
Yep.
Yes.
You know.
Reliability. Hmm.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
haven't been married quite 35 years, but it's 25 this year.
Hell,
Awesome.
I ain't been on this earth 35 years.
You are such a liar, Mike D. You can't say Oz and you're lying.
What are you trying to say? I'm old? I'm not
What
as
are you,
old.
22-year-old
Hey.
virgin?
I'm not as old as you people.
That's
Oh.
right. Hey,
Oh, Mike, you ain't that far off.
Whatever.
Whatever.
I'm not that old.
Whatever.
I'm not that far behind Mouse though.
Hey, Mike, we're not old.
We're just more experienced.
We're on Google Hangouts. We're not old.
That's right. We're just
we're
more
techie.
Cool
We're
people, man.
tacky. We're with the tech world. We're like,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
He's got a Mac, okay? And kayaks. Now,
Two
look at the
kayaks.
dynamic. You know what's the interesting here? Flint is 21. We go from 21
Flint,
to
you're
me at
21.
58. And that is the one thing that YouTube and the Google Hangouts has done, isn't it? Is we're not in the same cities, of course, or states.
Yeah.
But isn't it interesting that all different ages, different points of view find some common ground? That's a nerdy thing to say, but it's really true.
I'm just trying to figure out why I hang out with all the Southerners, though.
That's because we're so
cool,
fly.
Mikey D. We're cool.
So awesome.
You just
It's
feel more out
because-
with us.
Yes, deep inside, every Yankee is a Southerner yearning to go, "Hey, y'all!"
They
Hey,
just
And eats.
they
and
just
gone.
won't admit it, Mouse Toes. They just won't admit it.
They will not fly their cornbread flag, and us, we just raise
Oh,
that flag right
I
up.
always tell people I should have been born in the South
They
Yes.
won't put no corn
because
in
I
their
don't fit.
cornbread.
I don't fit. Yeah,
Right.
I don't fit here in Minnesota.
I don't fit up here.
I'm like
either.
the odd man out.
I talk about shooting squirrels and stuff, and they're looking at me going, "What are they getting in your trash?" He goes, "No, I want to eat them."
Yeah.
And they're like, "What?
Hell,
You want to do what?
We buy our groceries at the store.
That's horrible. Yeah.
Why is it horrible?"
No,
Squirrels
that's
are
what
damn
they
thing
look at
cool.
you like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Squirrels
They're like, "What are you doing
out
out here?" I go out and I'm hunting squirrels, and I got my, my 22 pistol strapped on my side in case I get a good close shot. And
Yep.
I got my 22 rifle up next to me, and I'm out there hunting squirrels.
We
So
need
yes.
our own community, like all of us just get together. I think between all the talents, we'd have it made.
Yes.
Well, what the hell am I going to do?
Well,
I
I'm
don't
looking.
know calendar.
I
You really
was
could,
turned on
Tommy.
to a place.
I'm married. I can't use my
I got turned on to a place in New Mexico that's in the high desert, and there's just a shit pot of game because it borders a national park.
Yep.
And it's high desert, so it's a lot of pine forests up there, and nice moderate temperatures all year round. Not a lot of humidity, so I might be moving to New Mexico at some point.
Nice.
The whole town is a population of 350 people.
Nice.
Yep.
And Tommy, you realize what you are. You're what brought us all together.
You're the
And
mayor.
you're also the mayor, and you're also my personal psychiatrist. So I don't know what the heck you're whining about.
You're the mayor of Redneckville, man.
There you go, Tom.
Oily.
I'm not sure how proud I should be of that, but okay, I'll take the job.
You can marry people when you're the mayor, man. We'll be like, Your Honor. Redneck, sir.
Oh,
Oily.
no, don't ever call me Your Honor.
Oh God, Oily, that's funny.
That hurts my feelings.
So I have to call Tommy Your Honor on Facebook from now on.
Oh my God.
What?
So Oily, what did you say? He's the mayor of Redneckville?
Redneckville.
Okay.
Mayor of Redneckville.
We might have to change the name
Whatever
of this chat.
me.
We might have to call this chat the Town Hall Meeting of Redneckville.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like session number 18,
Are we on
Redneckville
the
Town
same-
Hall.
Are we on the council?
Yes, we're.
members.
Oh my God, Oily, we matter.
We're so important.
Okay, we're gonna need a metal detector and a sign that says, "If you don't have a weapon coming in here, one will be issued." Because it's gonna come down in our meeting. Damn.
Our welcome to Redneckville sign has to be a gun.
That was the other thing about this town that the guy was telling me about is everybody carries there. Just because they got bears and shit running around town. Everybody
Exactly.
carries a gun.
Everybody's ready. Oily, we could so make this banner out of like ARs. Some
Rebel flags.
bullet. Hey, Jason. Rebel flags. Listen
So, yeah, look, I got one on my shirt.
here. Yes, I saw it in your video.
Outfitters. I'm like,
Oh, I didn't wear my. I was gonna wear my shirt that my daughter gave me. My daughter and her husband.
Lincoln.
Says,
I say, if this shirt
Dad.
is take it off slowly.
Oh.
Yeah,
Take it off. Take it off, man.
I'm gonna jet.
What, Mikey? No, stay.
I'm gonna jet.
Don't do this to us.
Tommy.
Don't
Okay.
do this to us.
But wait, Mike,
Yes,
you
dear.
realize that you're an honorary member of Redneckville, right?
Oh, absolutely. Look, I even got my camouflage hat.
We
Okay.
built you a cottage on the edge of town so you can pop in.
Okay.
Oh,
Did you hear
absolutely.
what Flint said? We built you a cottage on the edge of town.
So you can just pop in and out when you feel like it, you know.
there you go.
No, I talk to Tommy all the time, don't I, Tommy?
I was on Mikey's chat last night.
It's
don't
always
talk to
fun,
nobody.
Mike D.
It was. It's always a pleasure to.
Well, you're
get together
busy with
you
this
guys.
council, Tolly, and making stuff. I mean, how much? There's only so much time that you have.
Oh man. Lately, it's been I'm either at work or I'm down here working on something. Oh, I got a gun belt in front of me here. I got a knife sheath.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Got
been
that
a
little
long-
yellow hammer going. You know we like that yellow hammer being oily.
Yeah. You know, I was looking at leatherworking hammers. A nice Al Stolzman is what I want, but you know, this is for tent stakes cost me $4.
Awesome.
A Stolzman hammer. The Stolzman hammers cost like $90.
Ooh.
Dang.
Yeah. So the little yellow tent stake hammer worked pretty damn good for me.
Right on. It ain't falling apart, so you're winning.
Well,
If it gets the job done, it's good in my books.
Yeah.
yep. And I got a wooden mallet, you know, because it's a little lighter weight than the yellow one. Then I got my cobbler's hammer, a little cobbler's hammer, antique cobbler's hammer from. Where's
Nice.
it from? Sears and Roebuck. It still says Sears and Roebuck on it.
That's dope.
Still got the original handle.
That is fabulous.
Okay, I just have to say something real quick. I'd like to grab Jason and just mess his hair up because he looks too preppy. I gotta mess his hair up a little bit.
If you don't grow a damn mullet, you're kicked off the council, Jason.
Dang it!
Yeah.
You gotta look
I
scruffy.
just buzz it all off.
Tell him
Last week's shirt.
He don't look redneck enough.
That's what I was gonna say, Jason. If to come into Redneckville, you got to lose just a little bit of the GQ, just a little bit. Like pull a couple hairs down. Maybe like you got a button-down shirt on right now.
Yeah.
See, you undo a button, Sugar Pop.
Well,
need to
really what he's got to do is rip the sleeves off.
Heck yeah. I got a couple of those.
Button down, rip the sleeves off.
There you go.
Or if you don't want to mess his hair up, he could get a baseball cap.
And you can't tuck your shirt in either. Now, don't be tucking your shirt in.
No shirt tucked in with a belt. No.
Okay, and the most important, if you don't have a beer belly, Jason, you're going to need to put like 2 rolls of toilet paper under your shirt. And maybe
Either that or
draw
you
it.
gotta be like really ripped. You could take your shirt off and we could see whether that's the case or not if you want to.
If you got a 6-pack, we'll excuse the beer belly. But you might need to mark on your arm with the marks a lot some kind of tattoo. I'm just saying.
Yeah, all right. We'll show
you. You got to have a tattoo to be a redneck? Is that how that works?
That's my dog. That's Japanese. My daughter's birth year.
That's so cool. Oh, your daughter's beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. Then I got another one here if you can see it.
Prime beef. Ooh,
I like it.
United States Air Force.
I don't have any tattoo. I don't have a tattoo.
You have a yellow hammer. You don't need a tattoo.
I need that too.
You work with your hands, manly man. You're good.
That's right. Hey, Tolly, you got leather.
There you go.
Get the rebel flag on my back before they ban it.
You listen. With the possibility that we could do jail time, you do not need that tattooed on your back. Okay? You couldn't even go in the shower, Joel. Okay, really. Smell you later. Okay.
I was looking for I have on my kayak. I've got one of those Yak Attack Visi-Carbon Pro lights. You know what I'm talking about, Mass? You know what
Are you talking dirty? Can we talk about this, Tommy, on the air?
I'm not sure.
Who's talking dirty?
I thought you were. What do you got? Tell us.
You've heard of Yak Attack, right?
Yes.
All right. I've got the Visi-Carbon Pro light and flag that goes on your kayak.
Gotcha. It's a light.
Well, the flag that you get with it is like a Yak Attack orange flag. That's so you can be seen out there, so motorboats are not running you over.
Because the John boats gun for us. I'm telling you, they'll run right over us and not know they squished us.
Well, I was looking for a rebel flag I could put on that.
Oh my God! No, you'll get shot in the water.
Well, I'm on the south, so I could be out on the lake with a rebel flag, and I'll be all right.
That's true. Yep. I just don't want someone to fire a bullet into my kayak. And then I'm out there.
That's why I've been thinking about that too. It's like my Old Town Predator 13. I've got that Mod Pod.
Yeah.
It lifts off in the center, and you can store rods in it. I've been thinking about carrying my AR in it.
No kidding.
With about 300 rounds of ammo. So when I'm out on the lake, if I get attacked, it's a plastic boat. If they shoot me, it's going to sink, but I can get it out in time and come up like Rambo out of the water.
Yes, rat-a-tat-tat.
Yeah, see, I carry a 12 gauge in my truck.
Nice. Because you're driving. When I go out by myself without my husband, if I'm going out in the big water, I bring my 38 because I had 2 little tourist boys on what do you call the ski-doos? What are those little things?
Yeah.
Jet ski. Yeah, those jet ski things. Yeah.
And started circling me. So all I did is I have a big stand-up kayak, and I pulled myself up and I flipped out my knife, And of course, I yelled, "You want some of this old broad?" And I said a bad word. And then they kind of looked, and then they just took off.
So you need to videotape that. That would go viral.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would have been a good one.
See, this is the thing. People think when you got little gray hair and you're a Southern woman, they mistake our courtesy for weakness. We'll mess you up. We've been kicking tail. We've been kicking tail and blessing people's hearts for a long time. We are not to be toyed with. The Civil War was fought in our front yard. We come from some bad whamma jamma women stock. I mean, we can bring home the bacon, we grow it, we harvest it, but we are not to be played with. Because when men are rude to us, they're unaccompanied to us, and it flips our bleep switch. We just snap on you. We just let it flip.
Manners, dang it.
Yes. Because always in the end, when we were younger, I'm going to tell my daddy, right? Now that we're bigger, if I can't handle it, my husband will be showing up at your door because we'll send our men to settle this. When a man takes on a woman, I'm going to win invariably because if I can't win it, my husband will. But it's going down. We don't just go, oh, never mind, I won't act like it happened. Oh, no, somebody's getting punched in the face.
And you're right. And us Southerners, we're so nice to everybody until they turn on us. Then we flip that switch and make it dark, and we light up like a lightning bug and go off. Boom.
And they're left with their mouth taken open. Never mistake my courtesy for weakness. It's an epic mistake. Epic. Yeah.
Yeah. You ever see me mad enough that I'm crying, and it's because I'm mad?
Yes.
Don't come anywhere near me because this red hair, it comes out. Trust me, it's not pretty. And I don't cry pretty. I ugly cry, as y'all can already tell.
Oh.
Well, your red hair looks really pretty tonight.
It does, Oily. It's gorgeous.
Thank you much.
You look really nice tonight.
Thank you.
I bet when the woman takes you to bed and he thinks he's with another woman tonight.
Man, the lights are off. He'll know it's me. As soon as he fills my rolls, he'll know. Oh yeah, that's her.
I'm glad to hear you say that because it just gets my goat. If I start crying, my husband goes, "Oh, somebody's gonna get hit." Because if you push me to the point that I'm crying, it's on. I don't like to cry like a girl, and it makes me so mad.
And the worst thing is not insulting me; it's insulting my children or my husband.
Oh, I can imagine that.
Mommy bear, that is not good. That is not good.
Yeah.
Both my kids, they've made mistakes. So have I, but don't dog my kids.
Well, you can talk about your kids with somebody, but when somebody just brings it up, it's different. Like, I have a sister who is the devil's spawn. I can say that. If somebody else says your sister's devilish, I'm punching them in the face. Do not talk about my sister like that. How dare you? I can originate that conversation. They cannot.
And Mouse, you're absolutely right, because my daughter drives me absolutely crazy. And I will get on her butt left and right. But if anybody else says anything negative about her, I'm on them. It's like, I take care of my own. You don't say nothing about them.
That's your girl. That is your girl. You have a history that you know that nobody else. Mom's Elaire just said us Northerners just start off mad, and I'm like, I know. Yeah.
And see, I'm one of the most patient people you will ever meet. I mean, you can ask anybody. It takes a long time, but once you get me to the point where I'm so mad that I've got tears in my eyes, just go away. Don't, and do not, whatever you do, I repeat, do not tell me to calm down.
Thank you.
All right, calm down. Really, calm down.
That is the.
I say stuff like that just because we got to do it at work. We got to tell people to calm down, relax.
Oh.
So if I say shit like that, don't take that
No,
personally.
that just makes me madder. That just, oh my gosh, that's like poking a hornet's nest. Just don't do it.
Yeah, it makes these folks madder too. Believe me. But we have to do it because it's our job.
That's lighter fluid on the fire. What we say in the South is, okay, now simmer down. Simmer down. We're trying to ramp it down. but we know we just ramped them up. Simmer down now, simmer down, and we start backing up. Right?
Yep.
Or it's just like, just let it go. Let it go.
Yeah. Not good.
Mm-mm. Once I'm at that point, there I can't let it go. But I like Oily. I let a lot of things go. But once you, and we'll take a lot of stuff off somebody. Oh, they're a neighbor, or they're kind of afflicted, or their mama was slow, they're people, and so we make a lot of excuses. But once they, and when we unleash, and they'll look at you like I never thought that could happen, and I thought I wasn't acting before. We just happen to be more courteous and patient, but we have a limit, and it's like running us into a brick wall. And then it's like my father said my head spins 3 times.
Yeah.
And then he just, and I'm only 5'7" in real life. I'm like 6 feet tall at that point. Arms out,
Yeah.
It's fine.
Oh, I know what you're saying. It's like you just like take it and take it and take it, and then they don't stop. Somebody don't stop, and you let them know. It's like, all right, I'm cool. Just like let it go, let it go. And they keep going and going and going. And it's like it's boiling.
Yes.
Yeah. Had a guy like that when I was in high school. He just kept going and going, and he was talking shit about my girlfriend, and then it's on. Then it was on.
Yeah.
But I went about 6 months of taking his shit, and I was just, when he started in on my girlfriend, then it was over.
Yeah.
And do you know they can actually say something that's true, but because they shouldn't say it, you got to pop them, right? Because that's your chick, or that's your sister, or your baby. Yeah, they could be right, but they're wrong for saying it out loud because they are not people. They are not our people.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying about my daughter. Even if I know she did wrong with something, I'm on her. But if somebody says, your daughter's this like, I'm like, you don't say it. I take care of it.
And what were you raised by, wolves, to think you could say that out loud? Don't it make you want to ask them, did your mama not teach you right? You shouldn't. What are you, stupid?
Yeah. And obviously they must be to say something like that about one of my kids to me or to somebody I know.
Right.
And I'll just simply ask them, did you wake up wanting to die today?
Yes. And
my ex-wife had a boyfriend who and he took a wire coat hanger to my daughter's behind one time. This was before I got custody of the kids. It was kind of the last straw that I got custody. Yeah, and I didn't so much hit people as throw them through walls and shit.
Just as effective, easier on your knuckles. Your plan's good.
I think so.
Well,
I think it's more effective because they feel a little worse once they go through a couple sheets of drywall.
Yes.
If they're lucky, they missed the 2x4s in the wall.
Yeah.
That was always my thing.
Or dogging my mama.
Talk about my mama.
That is for sure.
Now, around here, nobody was dumb enough to do that, at least to me anyway.
There you go.
Nobody has to me either.
Mama might have
They're
been
still
crazy,
breathing too.
I could say it. Nobody else saying it.
Yep.
I'll find a brick wall and throw them through it.
Right. Yep. I think it's. I wish I had the strength to throw somebody because first it gets them 10 feet away from you, right? And they feel your power, and then, like you said, the pain of the wall. They know if they come at us, they're going to eat. They're going to lose some teeth. And I promise you, it hurts your hand as bad. Go ahead, Tolly.
You just gotta lunge into it. Pushing them away, you just kind of lunge toward them a little bit. That way you get the extra power from your legs.
Plus,
momentum.
Plus, you let that energy of that rage where they pissed you off will like You just watch it come through your hands. And I'm serious. I took a little bit of Taekwondo and karate. If you let that come out and you visually see it, it will actually give you extra power.
Yes.
Not like that
Yep.
video that was out there on YouTube to where that preacher was like, oh, that girl touched him on his head and he got knocked out. That don't happen. But it will give you extra power when you're actually putting forth effort to do something.
No, I learned when I was in boot camp. I was just, I was never really a fighter because I always threw people through walls and shit. But they taught me how to use my weight. They taught me how to use my weight to my advantage because I've always been big. I mean, when I was in boot camp, I was still 200 pounds.
Wow.
So I've always been a big. My prime, I was 220, and that was when I was working out every day before I shot my knees. But yep, they taught me how to use my weight to my advantage, and I took that lesson very well.
There you go.
Yeah.
And more women should take martial arts training and have a brown belt in karate. Yeah. And because just what you're saying, we're smaller, our bones are weaker, we're not the same as a man. We are not. If I punch you in the face, okay, Tolly, you're going to be mad I punched you. You punch me in the face, you'll break every bone in my face just without using all your power. And that's what karate teaches, to use their movements, the bigger man's movements, to our advantage, get them on the ground, and then we run,
That, and it also teaches you, too, like, in karate or taekwondo, whatever, when you're striking something in self-defense, because all martial arts is self-defense.
Yes.
When you strike something, don't just look at the object you're hitting. Look beyond it.
Yes.
And that gives you more power. It actually creates more power into that punch.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're going through them instead of just...
Right. You're not like just looking to hit them in the nose. You're looking at the wall behind them, and you're trying to reach that wall.
Mm-hmm.
And
trying to drive their nose into the wall.
Right.
Yes.
It gives you more power without actually having more power because...
Yeah, it's just follow through.
Yeah.
Well, when I was younger,
don't stop
people...
when you make contact. Keep going.
Yes.
When I was younger, people always underestimated me because, I was less than 5'4". I was shorter than that, and so people always underestimated me. But I grew up with two older brothers that loved martial arts movies, and they always practiced those moves after they watched the show.
Yes.
On me. So I learned real quick how to defend myself.
Mm-hmm.
I could wrestle with the best of them, let me tell you.
Mr. Wolverine.
Well, hello,
Look
Mr.
at
Ohio.
Look at him sitting there with his arms crossed and shit.
I know!
What's up, y'all?
Finally, we have missed you so much, you have no idea.
Oh my gosh, we were having withdrawals.
Yeah.
You have the floor for the next hour and 10 minutes. Tell us all about your life because we missed you.
Yes.
My head's getting big. No, I had to get away. I had to escape. I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 boys here, all between the ages of like 8 and 10.
You should tell them at Ohio they'll arrest you for that.
It was it's my son's birthday, so.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, your wife said while you were in the car that you weren't going to be able to make it because you had a birthday.
Yeah, well, we took him out to go see that new movie Max about the dog.
Mm.
Oh yeah, cool.
How was that?
It was a damn good movie. I kind of went into it thinking this is going to be just great, a kids movie, blah 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 blah. And I come out like, damn, that was a damn good movie. I would go see it again, to be honest with you, or at least buy it on DVD or something. It was a good movie.
Yeah.
But I had to escape for a little bit. They're now playing some It's WWE wrestling or something up there. I don't know.
Oh boy. They'll be practicing moves on each other.
Yeah, they're playing. They're having tournaments. They got 2 playing it on the Xbox, and then the winner plays the other 2 that are waiting to play. While they're waiting to play, they're actually playing with the wrestling action figures with the ring on the ground. So.
Oh, well, at least it ain't a computer game or some shit.
Oh no, they're playing a computer game. They're playing.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's only 2 players. So there's 4 of them here, so 2 of them play, while the other 2 are playing action figures, and the winner of this game will play the winner of the next 2.
Yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
Pretty nice system.
Yeah.
They come up with that on their own?
No, they were trying to play everyone except for the youngest one. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to leave him out.
Oh,
Leave
yeah.
the young.
Mr. Modified.
I have to go down to the basement here and get some sanity.
Well, I don't blame you on that one.
Me either.
I had to do that the other day myself.
I did enjoy that cake from Dairy Queen, but that was pretty good.
You had what from Dairy Queen?
The ice cream cake.
Yeah, I went and had me a chocolate malted Dairy Queen today.
Y'all
It
need
wasn't
to
even
shut up.
It wasn't even hot out.
The closest Dairy Queen's like an hour and a half away from here now.
I used to do security systems for a guy that owned a bunch of Dairy Queens. That was kind of fun.
Did you get any
And he had
extra ice cream perks or anything at least?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'd get a free meal while we were there.
Nice.
Yep. He was pretty cool. The
Free
best
meal's
one was
nice.
I went to Florida. I had to install a system in a brand new Dairy Queen he was building in Fort Myers, down in Florida, and that was kind of cool because they were paying for the hotel and everything, and they made sure it was the hotel right across from the Dairy Queen. So I'd walk into the Dairy Queen and they'd say, "Oh yeah, so and so called. Everything's on the house."
Nice.
Yeah. So that's about the time you pig out. Eat all that food you ain't supposed to eat.
And regret it later.
And you don't have to
Well,
bring
you
any
know.
home for the family.
That's
They
right.
don't know you
I
got
was
any.
too far away. I was too far away.
You never regret ice cream.
No. Well,
Unless
I do now. I do now. Being 51 and over 400 pounds, I kind of regret some of the ice cream I ate.
I've got to tell you, Scott, with this new job, man, I've lost 14 pounds already.
Damn.
Nice.
Just running around that much?
Yeah. Just, because what I do, I'm active all day at work.
Yeah.
I would have more time, 8-hour shifts, nights off, weekends off, holidays off. Yeah, the family likes to fill the gap. Any extra time you have not working, you're doing something.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
my boys' baseball
I
season
know
is
it. I
finally.
needed to mow the lawn today, but
So,
that's why
We've
I'm
had-
working
it's
more.
rained.
My boss has 2 girls. They're one's a freshman and one's a sophomore, and apparently they're very good at softball and other sports because they're jocks, and they got bumped up to the varsity team. So he's got all the varsity running around to do. So he said he's not looking forward to that for 4 frickin' more years.
right.
The JV doesn't quite run around as much as varsity does.
Well, I got one boy on a traveling soccer team and the other boy on a traveling baseball team. So
Oh my God.
there's been days where the wife was this way with one and I was this way with the other one.
If you have to
Wow.
choose which one will you go watch, soccer or baseball? And not your kid, just which sport do you prefer? Not
Soccer.
asking you to name a favorite.
Soccer.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
That's
soccer.
understandable,
I got my Columbus Crew soccer cup here from when we went to the game like 2 weeks ago. So
Awesome. All about Real Salt Lake over here, man. I go to every home game.
They're whipping Columbus's ass right now.
I know. It's a good year now. It didn't start that way.
I never got into soccer.
My kids did for a bit, but they never stayed with it. I wish they had. It's fine. Mouse, aren't we two lucky gals? We're here surrounded by all these hunky guys.
Where's our Peachster?
She's out in the side chat, but she's not in here. She needs to get her booty in here.
I haven't even seen her yet. Oh, there she is.
Flint, she needs a link. Flint will send her a link. She doesn't have a link.
Hook it up.
What you were talking about, when you were talking about soccer, that I can't stand to watch, what do you call it, the pros? They're like a bunch of girls. A shoestring of another player. You fall on the ground, grabbing their knee. I'm like, suck it up like an NFL player and be a damn man.
Around grabbing their shin like they broke their shin. Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, I kind of got to take that back because I do like baseball too, but I cannot watch professional baseball on TV. I would rather, if you give me free tickets to go see the Cincinnati Reds or the Cleveland Indians or the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Detroit Tigers, I would give those tickets away in order to go see a Little League game because I just think there's more excitement in a Little League game than there is a baseball game.
I like seeing most of the sports like in person, but I'm just not big on watching them on TV. I don't know.
I went and watched our AAA team play baseball here in North Carolina one time. That is the slowest, most boringest game in the entire history of the world.
No. Don't forget golf. I went and watched professional golf one time.
I won't even step foot on a golf course.
Oh,
it's kind of fun to smash the crap out of that little white ball every once in a while.
Yeah, but you got to wear $450 shoes. I mean, for God's sake, it's $160 to go golfing.
That sounded kind of racist.
I put on my sneakers. I just put on my sneakers and go out there. If they don't like it, they can kiss my fat, hairy ass. All right, I don't have a hairy ass, but
I've got a country golf course right out here. We can make it as redneck as you like. I've got.
We got a redneck golf course about 15 miles south of me. It's a little 9-hole course, and it's about as redneck as you can get.
Nice.
You know what I think to myself every time I see a golf course is what a perfect good waste of a shooting range.
Oh yeah.
I guess you could. One person could go 4 and hit the golf ball up in the air, and then somebody could shoot it.
I'm liking that idea.
Somebody already did that.
That's a redneck way of doing things, Come on.
Or one person has to drive the ball, and if you can hit it with your hunting rifle, then you win.
Yes.
That's their turn.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby had a video a while back where they were launching soda cans out of a soda can, and they were launching soda cans, and the other guy was standing there shooting them out of the air with his shotgun.
I love it.
Have you ever tried to shoot a clay pigeon with your rifle?
No.
Handguns. I shot one with a pistol one time, but I think it was 99.9% luck.
I shot a goose once with my 40 Smith & Wesson. in flight. I don't know how I got him, but I got him.
Now, if you take like a piece of cardboard and you cut like a strip about that thick off the bottom of it, and then get a staple gun and staple it about every 5 or 6 inches across the cardboard and leave a gap, you can take the clay pigeons and slide them down in there. and then but my phone's dying. Damn, I thought I had more battery. And they're fun to shoot with a pistol because they're stationary target, and then they blow up when you hit them. And then you just walk up, slide 4 or 5 down in there.
Have you ever got like just a straight hole inside of a clay pigeon? It's just the ring, outside ring, when you shoot the pistol.
Yep, that's what I do. 22s do that a lot because they're just enough to crack it, but not, shatter the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, plus 22s are traveling so damn fast, man.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't waste my 22 shells on clay targets, but I'm not afraid to shoot them with a 45.
Right.
I'm actually contemplating on buying one of those little Heritage Rough Rider single action 22 pistols.
I've been thinking about one of those too, but I got that Ruger Mark I, man. That thing is so damn accurate for a pistol.
Yeah, those are nice. But I mean, for $129, you can't really pass up a working pistol,
Well, get the bigger one that's got the 2 cylinders, because
about
the bore on those. Well, the bore on those Heritages apparently is at it's punched out at .224. And a regular 22 long rifle is .223. So they don't obdurate enough to be real accurate, but the Magnums do really well in it because they're a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I got some Magnums that I've had for about 15 years, and I've never owned a Magnum, so I did a Magnum, but so I figured I better go buy a gun to shoot these because I don't want to get rid of these.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting rid of all my 22s. We can't find no freaking 22 ammo up here at all.
Wow.
I haven't seen any in 3 years now.
Huh.
The few times I do, it's limited. You can get 1 box.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what the price tag on this stuff is?
$4.
$6.
$5.50.
Ooh.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. Jason's pretty close.
Affordable.
The price is right.
Can't really see it, I don't think.
Not anymore. It's $8.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, these are about $20, I think, now.
Yeah.
Hey, I was at a Walmart
Very expensive
today
now.
in another city from me. I had to pick up some fuses to fix my dad's car, his taillights. I just stopped by the gun place. I'm like, in there, I'm like, you got any 22s? No, we ain't had 22s in forever. It's like, no Walmart in North Carolina ever has 22 long rifles. Ever.
Yeah, we don't. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I'll see it at Cabela's every once in a while, but they'll let you get 1 box.
Sheesh.
Well,
We have a Field and String store in Columbus, Ohio, and they've always got 22, but you're going to pay for it. For 100 rounds, you're going to pay $10.99 for 100 rounds of anything.
yeah.
I got a FFL in my FFL guy in South Dakota. He's been able to get the standard velocity CCI stuff, which is my favorite stuff to shoot. So I've been hitting him up every once in a while. If he's sending me something else, he'll send me a box of 22 to go with it. But even that stuff's $50 to get a brick of it.
Wow.
Yeah, last brick I bought, I paid $21.99 for.
Yep, me too. It was Winchester white box stuff.
That stuff's like gold.
And I got some CCI. I got some Winchester also. Man, I remember the Federal. You could be able to get the Federal at Walmart for like $8 for
10 or $12 for a brick of the stuff. And I'm down to.
Do you remember when Remington used to come in the milk carton? Do you remember the milk carton looking thing?
Yep. Apparently they're making it in buckets now. 1,400 rounds in a bucket.
Yeah, those Dick's Sporting Goods around here has those for about $69.99.
That's not bad. That's pretty cheap, actually, compared to what stuff is these days. Is just freaking crazy money.
If you can find it.
Yeah, if you can find it.
Uh-oh, here's Peachy.
Mom said she has magnums, but they're not bullets.
Mom's talking dirty, y'all. Talking dirty.
Oh crap, Peachy's here. I gotta go, guys. I'm just kidding.
She's wanting some eye candy too, Flint.
I know.
I was wondering if Peachy was going to come in before I had to go. I got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning again.
Hey, look, boys.
Hey, Peachy. That's cool.
That's awesome.
That's the heritage Rough Rider right there. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Wowzer.
Oh.
Yep. I got to get one of those now. Peachy's got one. I got to get one. I can't be outdone by the Peachy.
Here's your mag.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
We're about to watch some genuine gun porn. Will you take that cylinder out and put the other one in, Peachy, please?
Do it slow.
Oh, I can do that.
Did you hear how quiet it got? We were having a religious experience just looking. I was locking on to PV. We were all breathing deep. It was like,
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm proud to say.
If I'd have thought gun porn would have done it, I'm sitting here. I got
Oh,
guns
please.
all over
What's
the place.
that?
Is that a Ruger?
What's that supposed to be?
What, you talking to me?
Is it gun porn time? I might have to go get a gun.
Which one?
now, of course.
The one that I've been carrying for about a year now has finally made it on a Hitchcock 45 video.
I'll show you what I can.
I can't get the little pin undone. Jared put it back in the other day. See if you can get that.
Push it in and then pull it out.
I did.
What?
Well, Flint, say that again.
Push it in and pull it out, Peachy.
Say it again. Say it again, Flint.
I just punched the hole.
I knew that was coming the minute he said that.
I did it for all the girls.
Bogus.
See, I never know what kind of guns you guys like. Otherwise, I'll crack out some gun porn anytime.
Well, this is a.
Hey, Joel, I got an extra stock here.
Do you?
Got my other one.
I just poked a hole in my damn wall though because it's got the damn and it's like 10 foot long.
Moses, man, you got to have about a 16-foot radius just to walk around the damn thing.
I know.
Not with mine, you don't.
Joel, you poked
Mine's a little shorter.
You stroke the little bayonet. It's like
slide your hand down that barrel. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
You gotta smell it.
Oh snap! Peachy's doing it.
Oh, the smelling the gun oil on top of that. Oh my God, ecstasy.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A little of that hops number 9 just to dab behind the ears.
Oh God, and the
Put a little Remo in there, shake it up, plug in the Remo.
Getting ready for squirrels.
Go
ready
to bed.
For squirrels now. Got the 22 ready.
The best is going to bed and slipping the gun oil rag right under your husband's pillowcase. Boom.
My pen.
The mood has been set.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Mouse?
Okay, here you go, Flint.
Mouse, what happens when you shake your Remo up too much like this? Sometimes the lid just pops off.
Wow.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, Redneck, are you there? Lock on Peachy because Google's going crazy and it won't let me lock on anybody.
Yeah, it's really good. I don't. Let me present her here in just a second.
Is it working for anybody else?
What kind of boat is it?
Flint, I might need your help.
Uh-oh.
He's here to serve Peachy.
Flint, I might need your help too.
Look.
Hey, I got it pushed. I got it pushed in.
Yeah, I'll help you. Put that in a box. Send it to me. I'll check it out, and I might send it back to you.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. See, I even kept a pretty little box. It's all blue and.
Oh
That's
yeah.
not.
What?
Oh yeah. He has popped the cylinder.
Oh my god.
Donna. Put it in, Flint. Put it in.
Oh, we're doing it.
Oh, get it, Mouse.
Oh God, he's sliding it in. Sliding it in.
Never mind.
Oh
What
man.
the hell happened to this crap?
Wait, any minute. Wait, he's gonna spin it. Spin it.
I can't spin this one. I can spin my other one. This is
Get a half
Right.
packet.
Sorry.
You got a
I
half
don't even have a
packet.
talk on this. It's just double, straight double.
Oh.
All or nothing. That's all I got.
Go get yours.
Uh-oh.
The one that'll spin. The
I
one
do
that
have
the
another one that
cylinders
spins.
will spin,
I'll
the
be right back. I
47
gotta run
or
for keys.
Wicked 7.
Go when it got done one.
Which one will do it? Both of them?
And look, after
Either
that,
one?
Flint had to go take a smoke break. He's like,
Oh.
All right, is this what everybody's looking to hear?
Oh.
yes.
Sweet.
There you go.
I love that sound.
Oh, 357 Magnum, baby.
Oh, yeah.
John just went to get his.
That's what my husband has. I love that sound. Ooh, Joel's got something
Mighty
big
big gun
and
to
black.
have there, Joel.
Joel's got something big and black.
I've got something that has like a red.
You don't stop talking like that. My wife's going to wonder about me.
Here you go, Mouse.
Oh,
I
Lord.
don't know if you can see. Come here so they can see what you're doing. You gotta come here.
Is that
Come on,
John?
do it.
Hey, John.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, do it again. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, spin it
Oh my god.
round and round.
Man, I would actually get off of here right now and go plug my phone in, but I can't stand up in front of y'all right now, so I'm just.
Ohio ain't got no pants on. He can't stand up.
Oh, see if I can do this.
Look at
These are
Joel's
big
smile.
ones.
I'm sitting here trying to imagine Roseanne Barr singing the national anthem just to make it go away. You know?
This is what you have to think of. Think of cats in a blender, and then everything will go back to normal. That's what I picture.
Nails on a
Cats in a blender.
chalkboard.
Okay, I don't like cats. Cats in
Right.
a blender kind of turns me on a little bit. 'Cause
Okay, so dead cats and naked nuns. Dead cats, naked nuns. Dead cats, naked nuns.
District sign there.
Mouse, you know what the difference is between Mouse, you know what the difference is between onions and prostitutes?
No.
Prostitutes don't make me cry when I cut them up.
Oh, that's so good. I love it. I love it.
oh, that's cold.
Oh,
I love it.
Oh, we just lost one viewer, Ohio. Thank you.
I better watch out then, Ohio. You know, my street corner's just right out there. I'm gonna have to skip it for a while.
And when me and Mo are hanging out behind the dollar store, I don't want to get cut by accident.
I know, man.
oh.
The dollar stove. That was a good joke. I'm going to keep that one in my front pocket. I'm going to use
There's a
that
big
joke.
guns back.
Oh, God. We had Joel with the big one. We had Peachy with 2 crossed. We just had the porn flying, man.
That's right.
I'm so relaxed now.
Nothing makes me more good looking than a nice big gun.
Don't you
There's
feel
another one.
protected now?
Short and stubby.
Mom's is singing. We've got her dancing out there.
Well, you might have the roll of the cylinder, but
Oh, that's a sweet sound.
Ooh, Polly's got a big gun too there. Look at there.
That's got a good sound, Joel.
Mm-hmm. I'm alright with it. If it goes bang, I'm happy.
as long as it don't go bang live.
Bang,
Yeah.
Right?
That has happened.
I've heard.
Here,
Who was it?
here
Somebody
you
shot the
go.
bedroom up.
Batman.
There you go, Scott.
Oops.
Can't see you.
Is it what is it? Oh, it's a bullet.
50,
It's a
right?
big and it's long and hard and silver.
Is that a 44 Magnum?
Yes, it is. There's the 357.
Nice.
What, now it's ammo porn?
Yes. Guns. You know, they go together, guns and ammo. There's a
Now, I know you
magazine.
guys were just watching the bullets go in, but if you notice what kind they were,
We didn't know.
These are $3 a piece hollow points that are specifically designed by the military to expand and just rip things apart. Like these are hollow points on crack.
Yes.
Is it the PMC?
Oh, I don't have the box right here. It's in my backpack. I don't know. It was expensive. I got it at a military surplus store.
Yeah. That PMC is some expensive crap.
Yeah.
What other one were you talking about?
Hmm?
There's your bullet porn.
What?
Yeah, there's bullet porn.
Oh, it's a
Naked
Tupperware
and throw them on the floor and then roll around in them.
That's about 300 rounds of 41 Magnum.
Yes. In a bucket. You know how rich people want to throw money on their bed and then while they're around in it, we're like tossing brass, right? And oil,
Hell yeah! I'd rather drop some brass.
In the burnt powder. The smell
But
of
the only problem is with that is I'm kind of a big guy. If I roll around on a bunch of ammo, if I roll around 3,000 rounds and get up when I go to put it back away, I can only count like 2,050 rounds. I've got to search for places you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Oh,
Those are some
get
good buckets there, Ohio.
Get the tweezers and get it out of his butt
You're
crack.
looking so hot there, Ohio.
You're killing me.
Here you go, Ohio.
Okay, I'm down to 3% battery, y'all. I gotta go plug this phone in.
Run like the wind.
All right. Later, Ohio.
Yeah, I'll jump. I'm sure you guys would still be going either on air or off air. Once I get it charged up, I'll jump back in.
Thanks for coming. We miss
I'm
you.
That's
gonna
John's
have to get
newest.
going so I can go to bed. I got to get up too early.
All right,
I
I'll
ain't
see you
used
at
to
bed.
this 6 o'clock in the morning. Later,
Oh,
Ohio.
gosh.
All right, later.
Night, Ohio.
See ya, Ohio.
Oh, you
See
brought
ya,
the
Tolly.
pretty one.
Yeah.
Let me show
You all have a
Mouse.
good night.
Hey, thanks again for doing that favor for me,
Night,
man.
Scott.
It's no problem.
Night,
And I will
Polly.
be. I'll pass on the pecan corner to my wife. She'll get that jelly down sooner or later.
Right on.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Someone's having jelly issues?
Well,
Yeah.
she's never made successful jelly. It always turns out to be in syrup.
And when she gets it right, do some jelly porn. You know, show Lola smearing it on your biscuit.
I might have to do that. I'll have to have her make some of her buttermilk biscuits too.
Oh, Lord.
Ooh.
Oh, damn.
Make sure
now I'm
the stand make sure the stand mixer is on low.
Oh. Just for that little extra?
To not
Oh,
throw
see her
flour
making-
around?
Should see her making bread, man. I tell you. It's good stuff. Oh yeah, I got to go in there and just watch sometimes.
Yeah.
Because she's got one of those big stand mixers, those big commercial KitchenAid ones. Yeah. Yep,
That's
not this
some cool
stuff that you can buy for your house. This is the commercial gear.
And she'll be working
yeah.
working.
Y'all have a good night now.
Alright, you too, Tolly.
Good night, Scott.
Later.
Thanks for the wallet, Scott.
You're welcome.
Mouse, John brought one in here for you.
Wait. Okay, I'm ready.
Is that?
Oh my God, it's long. Short barrel. Is that a short barrel?
That's a coach, stagecoach rifle.
Nice.
I love hearing her describe these things. Oh my God, it's long.
Sorry.
It's a little bitty short one, Mouse. It's a 44.
Don't put your hand on the trigger.
I'm not going to put my hand on the trigger.
Bam!
Unless you keep mouthing off to her, then she's going to put her hand on the trigger.
You know what?
Right.
Video
Look, he's already got the hammer back. I mean,
it's locked
what
in.
the hell? What is it?
You know what I like?
Here, let me have it. Here, let me have it back. I didn't mean to give it to you with the hammer back. She's going to shoot my ass.
This is too
Give
funny.
it till you loaded. You can
But
beat
I like
me with it, but you can't shoot me with it.
Right. What I like is
Right?
we all,
What the hell
whenever,
fun is that?
but do you notice when we all handle a gun, we do it with trigger safety? I watch some of these young people pulling out their fingers on the trigger. They go, it ain't got no safety. And I've watched the videos where young, like 20-year-olds living at home fire the gun and they were acting like a big thug before, right? Pants on the ground,
Right?
trying to look all cool.
Mama's going to kill me.
Exactly. That's exactly what they say. And I think, God, did you not? We learned trigger safety as a kid, right? It just tickles me to no end.
Okay, somebody is going to have to take this whole Redneck Zone thing and take little clips from Mouse out, because at one point she's like, oh, look, he's sticking it in. And then another part she's like, oh, it's long.
No.
And it's got to have some Bow Chicka Wow Wow music in the background.
Oh, my God. Oily.
Oily wants us to make a porno tape.
Oh, it's long.
Not a real one, but just like a spoof. That would be.
Oh, it's long. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Mouse.
Oh, my God, it's long.
Can you imagine?
Handles trigger control.
Can you imagine it? Just in the first 50 views, I would get 3 strikes and my channel be annihilated, all because of Oily's brilliant idea.
No.
I'm teasing. That was funny, Oily.
Ollie's the one that ought to do it because she knows how to talk about
I lost my headphones.
sexually and all that stuff.
She lost her headphones playing with her guns. Here they are. She's got them.
Jason left. Where'd Jason go?
I know, Jason disappeared. Hopefully
He
just
better come back.
Yeah. This chat just completely
I
went
might have
off the
scared
rails.
him off.
No way, Oily. No, that was fun. He was fun. He had a good attitude. You did good.
It was cool.
Yeah, he messed his hair up. He's a nice fella. You did good.
Oh, he's a little evil little demon. He acts like a good little church boy.
Boy, Peachy, was you watching when I told him to mess his hair up?
Yeah.
No.
Well, here, all of us are all rednecked out, and here he is over there with his preppy haircut and his button-up shirt.
Oh,
and I told him he needed to mess his hair up. I couldn't handle it anymore. He needed to mess his hair up. There, he's back.
I'm from over there.
He's back.
Go.
We told him he had to cut his sleeves off. If you
And grow a mullet.
You got to cut the sleeves off.
No, that was the best line ever was Joel. I was like, you need to like unbutton some of the buttons on your button down, and Joel goes, "No, you need to rip the sleeves off right now."
There you go. Everything's got to be sleeveless. Got to be sleeveless.
It was brilliant. I was like, "Oh my God, he nailed it." An evil little demon. I can't believe you said
that. He's got it cut off or rolled up.
He is.
I just got rolled up.
Look.
Good Lord. Here, I got some scissors. I can fix that for you.
You working it now.
What do you mean? Where's mine?
LCJ
pass
said
it
that
around.
you guys are G rating, and I just typed back, okay, I'll be a good girl.
You bastard, Jason. Where's my Mike and Ike's? This was not part of the deal.
Did you bring it up for everyone, Jason?
Here, grab it.
Now he's just going to be mean. Damn it.
Right.
The demon.
And there are fireworks going off in my neighborhood.
For real?
Already?
Yep.
Our
Well,
town's having them tonight.
The next town over from us, we're, what is that called?
What the hell
It's
is
not
beeping?
a city, we're like municipality, I guess. But the city right next door to us, it's their, they do Taylorsville Days. They have like a celebration for the day they became a city. And it's this weekend. It's today, I guess. That's where my wife's at.
Yeah, our little town does a small, does their fireworks thing because the larger town that's close to us does theirs on the 4th. So they do. We always do ours the weekend before. That's where my husband's at tonight because he's one of the firemen, so he does that.
Sweet. And really quick, while there's a break, I won't be here next week, guys, so you're going to have to carry on with Jason as your front man. Sorry.
All right, Jason, get some tattoos. Make sure you wear a sleeveless because, we got to have some more eye candy. So,
hang on.
There we go.
The most important question is, where the heck are you going on a Saturday night, Flint?
I'm actually leaving Tuesday and not coming back till Sunday. I'm going down to my property. It's that horse drive, or cattle drive, on horses.
Awesome.
You better
take a video some.
I want to.
Flint on a horse. My dream last night.
There you go. Was it on the beach or was it in the open prairie? I need to know.
Open prairie, man.
Okay.
I need to know.
Open prairie, but I would do the beach. That'd be fine. That'd be all right.
Oh, now there's Bow Chicka Bow
I
Wow
want the mountain
in slow motion, riding the horse on the beach in the waves. His 3 hairs on his head blowing in the wind.
That's right.
Oh my God, Oily. Yeah.
It's growing back. I need to shave it again already. My 3 hairs are getting too long.
So, okay, so do you have a GoPro or an action cam, Flint?
I have a GoPro.
You're going
Never
to put
used
it
it
on
before.
a helmet? Or you've got to use this on this cattle drive. This would be awesome.
It would.
Yeah.
I also want to get out while I'm down there and do some like bushcrafty videos or something like that. We'll
Yeah.
see. I'll hook it up.
From horseback.
I'm going to help the girls out. You have to slow motion you riding a horse across the plains down there.
How am I supposed to slow motion myself riding a horse? Who's going to be filming this?
Listen,
Somebody else on the trail with you. There you go.
Ain't you got a wife? Set her out there in the field and say, when I go by, video it.
She's staying home. She doesn't want to go.
Oh, what the hell's wrong with that woman? I got my saddle. I can be ready. I can be packed in 5 minutes.
Yes. Now, there you go. There's your ride or die chick, and she can pitch a tent, too.
There you go.
The hell, damn, yeah. And I can get up and fix you biscuits and eggs and bacon over the fire.
Heck yeah.
Good morning.
Mom wants to know where are you driving them to.
Huh?
Mom's wants to know where are you driving them to. Mom's there.
So there's a national park down there that lets all the ranchers hold their cows there because it's just mostly open fields near lakes. And we have to take them from one side because our tag runs out to the other side. It's a nightmare for nothing.
Yes.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah, it is. I have this fear that I'm not going to be on horseback this time, though. They'll make me be the ground guy. That sucks.
Now, have you done it before, Flint?
Absolutely.
Wow, that is. Most people don't get to do it once. This is too cool. Oh,
From the
look
time
at
I was
Jason.
12, my dad would just send me down there. Be like, go have fun, you know.
Look at Jason rednecking it up, y'all. We're seeing deltoids and biceps over there.
Right.
We're corrupting him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun.
We are slowly turning him into a redneck.
Yeah. Listen, it's a movement, man. It's the place to be.
Yeah.
You know?
The Redneck Zone is the place to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely. Damn, now I got an itchy butt, Flint. I gotta go.
That's not my thing. I'm sorry. You're going to have to handle that on your own.
I need I've got the saddle in the tack. I can do this. Take me with.
Might need to be checked for worms there, Peach. If you got an itchy butt.
I got a black walnut hole. I can fix that kind of worms.
There you go.
Whoa. This chat just went way off the rail on that.
See, Tom,
Whoa,
that's why
if
we
you got
have
an itchy
you.
butt, you hadn't been riding in a while.
Yeah.
I haven't
You ain't been
ridden probably about 7 years.
It's been about a year for me.
I'd spend all night oiling all my tack down.
Tell you what, Jason, just to make her jealous, you want to come up with me? You're like, what, 4 hours the other way? We'll just meet in the middle, man. I got to drive 4 hours down. You'll drive 4 hours up, and we'll just be there.
Flint, that's so cold.
That's
But
mean.
I tell you what, man, if you don't earn your keep, they'll throw you in the river.
You're working for free, right?
Oh, yeah. Me. They pay some of the local kids if they need more help. But because it's family, I do it for free.
Right.
You're so sweet.
But they'll ride your tail hard, huh, if you're not doing all you should?
Man, the kids that they pay get off easy.
That's usually how it goes.
Yep. They just expect it out of me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do y'all have a chuck wagon? Do you camp out in a tent? Do they bring in a honey wagon?
We usually just do a spring bar. One spring bar for 6, 7 people.
One spring what?
Spring bar, like the old army tents. The big, heavy pole. Yeah.
And you just pass out at night, right? You're so darn tired.
We get up at 5.
Oh, yeah.
Have
You
coffee
just
over the
fall
fire. Work until lunch, then eat lunch, and then work till, sundown, close to, and just pass out and do it all over again.
So cool. This is awesome.
I think it's going to be a 3-day this time.
So
I'll have extra time just to hang out.
Excellent.
First, I thought he said a 3-way. I was like, what?
Did you hear me? I was like, what? What? Want to make it 5?
There and then back and then there again. Don't want to go too fast,
Oh, my goodness.
Ollie can turn anything into a little adventure.
I'm related to my sister. You got to understand, my sister Twyla is like, she's the one that every once in a while you'll see her oily prepper's oily sister.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my sister. And, yeah, she can really, she's worse than I am.
Whoa, I love it. She has an imagination and a sense of humor, and she's built for fun. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
So many people are so
She can't even
uptight.
talk right now. She's just like, ooh.
Flint has got her fantasizing about that cattle drive.
Oh, yeah.
It's the only time nowadays you can feel like you're still back in the old day, you know?
Yes. It's a serious skill, and we're probably going to need those skills again if we want to eat any beef.
Yep.
Oh,
Hey,
God, now I'm gonna have dreams. All the trail rides I went on. Oh, I love climbing with them. They are like the ultimate four-wheel drive.
This will be the
Hang
first
on in.
year.
Me and
This will be
Oiley's
the first
dreams
year
are a
my
little
great
different.
uncle won't be there, so it's kind of bittersweet, you know.
Oh, yeah.
He was 96 years old, and he worked,
Oh.
you know, till the day he died hard. What killed him is he went out to check on a birthing calf, got trampled.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
So he was working hard up till the very end, you know. It was 3 in the morning. So
That's why he lived to be 96, wasn't it? Because of
absolutely.
his
Absolutely,
lifestyle.
yes.
Up till the day he
Yes.
died, he still could have kicked my ass, and did as
Wow.
often as he could.
and he
You
passed.
don't mess with them old cowboys. They will
what he
whoop your
was.
ass.
Ultimate.
Nanner's here.
Oh. See me?
Fat man? He's a fat man.
Where?
And
He's
he's sitting
there.
in a puddle.
What's going on there, fat man? You got a link? 3 or 4?
My man has arrived. He's my backup man.
Back off, woman.
He's my backup
You see
man.
this 22? I just showed you my Rough Rider. I'll smack you down with it,
You
woman.
see that cannon station there? I've got one for every one you got.
Okay, mine's closer. Mine's right here. I don't have to dial it open. I got it right here.
It done went and got
I
found
know
that
where
new
you
cat.
live.
Oh my god.
Got 2 girls fighting over it.
Hey, Chad, I sent you another link.
And here me and Joel said nobody talks about shooting each other for us.
I'm not
Well, if you'd learn to eat right, I might fight for you, honey bunny.
Ooh.
I'd rather eat wrong. It tastes better.
No, you eat more butter and I'll fight for you. How's that?
Butter.
Everything I do is eat butter. I don't eat
More
whatever.
butter, less potatoes.
Hell no.
What are you gonna put? You gotta
See?
put butter on your potatoes.
I ain't giving up my potato.
Get some taters.
Well, I go kayaking and wear all my potatoes off.
There you go.
I got to be eating my potatoes.
No. They're starchy. They're bad for you.
I don't care. They taste good.
I didn't like that.
That a
What
bruise?
did you do there?
A tree branch came out and grabbed my leg, and I tripped and fell on a rock.
Ow.
Oh, that's what we
Ow.
talked about yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ow.
You know
God
what
dang it, boy. Howdy, watch where the hell you're going.
The night my husband and I met, he was griping about women, and then he proceeded to show me every scar he had and tell me how he got it. And that's what reminded me of
And that just turns you on. You just fell in love.
Oh, I tell you, no.
No?
No.
He went home and called his grandpa, the one that ended up marrying us, called his grandpa and told him that he met the girl he was going to marry. And I did not have the instant same.
Well, that's a definite whoa. Whoa.
Well, I didn't know that.
What are we talking about here?
Scars and such. Scars.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Hey, Redneck, are you going to do a shameless plug about your brother's contest?
Well, I wasn't actually planning on it, but since you decided to bring it up, why not make a shameless plug? How the heck do we do this? Oh, wait. Uncle Redneck is having a giveaway. You got to be here. Oh, shoot, I forget the day.
July 9th, was it?
11th.
11th.
July the 11th.
Turn up the David.
he's giving away a really, really nice fire kit.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So you got to be here to win it.
Oh,
Because you got to pick a number, answer all kinds of questions.
I got my answers right here ready. So if I win, man, I'm so ready.
Clint's got a book.
Clint's done homework.
He has.
Will you share those answers with me later?
Nope. Sorry. I want it too bad, you know?
Oily.
Dang it!
I'll tack up your horse for you.
Nope. Keeping it a secret. I did my research. Actually, what's funny is I had watched all 3 videos already.
And you had stored that information in your young mind and pulled it up at a second's notice.
So you should feel sorry for us older farts. You know, we have to take extra ginkgo biloba and crap, and we remember to take it.
I just had to look up the names. What the videos were named.
But you know what we need to do? Remember that story Jason just told? He showed his little boo-boo. We need to redneck that story up because that could have happened walking to the mailbox. We need to macho redneck that story up like he done got out his truck. You know, we need to do something. Because it was a pretty righteous bruise, but it was like a branch stuck him. He fell down and hit a rock. That's not a good story.
It needs to be out mudding in his monster truck, and it flipped and it threw him out and pinned his leg between the steering wheel and the pedal or something. You know.
Yeah, something like that.
Better than just.
Let's just go.
Or he got
that bruise when he was pulling his truck out of the mud by hand.
But probably, and there needs to be a woman in this story
Okay,
too. Like
I got
he had
it.
to save some. Okay, hit us.
I got it. Okay, you got to keep the general story the same so it's believable, right? He still tripped. What happened was he heard a woman in the distance calling for help. And she's screaming bear over there, right? So he's running through the woods trying to save her. Catches a stump, you know, something trips. There's the bruise, but in the end, he still saved her from the bear by fighting it with his fists.
Yeah, his fist.
So left-right combo and took the bear down.
Okay, he took the bear out with his fist.
Yeah. Yep.
And then yeah.
I was going to say
Killed a bear when he was only 3.
He backpedaled when he got out of the truck because the bear was approaching. And he tripped over a stump and bruised his leg. And this awesome chick, the oily prepper, came up and killed the bear to save Muffin. That's my story.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
Now, Jason, the next time you show your boo-boo, that's your story. And say it like a manly man. Rub a finger across your nose, give a little snort when you tell it, maybe burp, and I'm telling you, you're going to enter a whole new place. You're going to get subscribers, chicks, everything. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I gotta get something for y'all real quick. Hannah, if you don't get out from under my feet, please.
The fat man says that bear was old and fell in a crevice. No, man, this is a manly redneck story. Okay, that bar was young and vicious, had a head the size of like a 1979 Pinto.
It was a grizzly bear.
It was a grizzly, like Joel said.
It was ripping the tire off of the mud truck.
No, we can't hurt the rubber on trucks. No, he can have the fender, but he can't have the rubber.
It flipped, Peachy. It's okay. And see, Joel took that story to another level. That's why I will fight for him like we fight for the boys. He's got kayaks. He can catch food. We got it going on this panel. I mean, pick a man. They're all good.
Well, you know, me, you, and Peachy, we can just be the center of this community, and the guys can just walk out and just take care of our every need. See, that's just the way. See how it works?
Yeah, it'll work for them. It'll work for you. Yeah.
I want to cook for them. if there's guys around, I gotta cook for them, especially little skinny ones like Jason.
Listen, Peachy, the things that Oily's going to do to them, they're going to need a lot of food.
Okay.
They're going to be hungry.
Watch the calories, boys.
Yeah. We're going to need some energy. We're going to need
Okay.
some energy.
Biscuits, gravy, shoot me a deer and I'll skin it up and fry it up for you and throw it in some gravy.
No. If we'll make a skin of deer, that's
What sounds like a robot.
What?
Whoa.
Peachy, did you open your external?
No.
No. Okay, Jason.
Okay.
Mute yourself for a second.
Mine is muted.
Not you, Jason.
Okay.
It's not Jason. Redneck?
What is that? That's all right.
No. I'll mute myself.
Nope, not me.
Who's next?
I don't know.
It's one of us. Listen.
It's Mouse.
I don't hear it.
I do.
maybe it's
It's who?
It's
You
Mouse.
It ain't me.
Not me, because my picture would be up there.
Ohio tried that crap on me before, trying to tell me it was me. And it ain't me, because I got an Apple product. I ain't echoing.
Hello? It's gone.
It ain't me.
But not me. I
No,
can
it's
see
still
it.
there.
It's not me.
Okay, Tommy muted. Let me mute Flint. Flint's muted.
It's not me. It's Jason.
I've muted Jason.
Just now. It's not me. I will never accept that. It's not me.
I muted the beat.
You're muting everybody.
I'm going down.
What? It might be my can. It ain't me.
Hello? There's Flint.
It's Joel.
It's Joel.
It is.
Yeah.
God damn it, boy. Howdy, you got me blamed for this for nothing?
Joel, it was you, Sugar Pop.
Honey Lumpkin.
Well, I can't unmute Jason. Jason's broken. Jason, unmute yourself. There. Okay, now talk, Jason.
Hi.
It's Joel.
Joel.
It ain't me.
What I say?
It's all y'all's other products that are broken.
See, because Joel isn't echoing, but when we talk, we're echoing.
I don't hear anybody echoing.
That's
really?
Because you're causing it. So what does he do? Does he refresh y'all? What can he do?
You just exit out of it and get back in. Like that.
Oh, he fell down. I love when he's here. Now I miss him. What if he doesn't come back?
He just came back.
Yay. Okay.
Y'all didn't run me off.
Okay, good. We got scared. Now the echo's gone.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Whatever that was fixed it.
Mouse.
What?
I did that one today.
Oh, it's Cowgirl Kaylee. That's adorable.
Little hat and cowboy boots.
Oh my gosh, that's darling.
Is that embroidery?
Yes. And I did this one. It says Jessica up top with the little baby carriage and River underneath. She's due in 6 weeks.
Oh gosh. So you got your machine calibrated the way you want it.
Finally, maybe. Keep your
It
fingers
takes
crossed.
a minute. You did good. That's beautiful. Oh, look at the colors, Peachy.
You need to see if you can do me one like with a kayak fisherman.
Yes.
I do have a sports folder that has sports pictures in it. I bet I can.
Well, then have it say Kville, K, like a big K dash Ville, Ville, Yak.
Okay.
YAK. N.
K-Bill, yeah.
Kville Yakin.
What will it mean?
Well, that's just I live in Kernersville, North Carolina, so it's Kville Yakin.
Got you.
Got it.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking about trying to like change my name up and do a new channel. And make
Awesome.
it kayaking.
Or keep your same channel, and then if you use the tags right, the Yak Watchers will come. Just keep your same channel. You can always change your channel name, but don't lose your subs.
I have to talk to you forever to figure out how to do that, Mouse Toads. Which I can talk to you forever because you're cool.
Because we could talk, the two of us, because we're Southern.
We Southern, and we can like fist bump up into the...
Yes. Yeah, we could do
Yeah,
our
everybody
crazy old
fist
people.
bump.
Okay, y'all, we're retarded. Okay, really?
We ain't retarded, we redneck.
Oh,
That
God.
ain't retarded.
But I promise you, I can show you how to do tags. We can do a hangout with Tommy, and we'll tag it out.
All right, we'll do that one day.
It makes a huge difference. Peachy knows when you do recipes, your tag is how-to, tutorial, recipe. Then if it's like chicken casserole, it'll be chicken. Then it's casserole. Then it's chicken casserole.
Because I know I don't make the best videos in the world, but I know I've had a couple of good fishing videos that should have more views than they got.
You make outstanding fishing. Your videos are very good, and your fishing videos are outstanding. It's just the tags. Yeah, it's dead easy. You're smart. You can do it.
Yeah, you got
Hell,
more out stuff.
If I can figure it out, anybody. If I can figure out that fucking machine. Sorry, Mouse. If I can figure out that machine, anybody can figure out YouTube.
Peachy, you and Ollie, y'all always so sexual when y'all talk. I don't know what it is.
You don't understand how long I've been fighting this machine. This thing, like, has a PhD to my 8th grade education. It plugs into the computer. It takes files off your computer and throws them in to, like, this kind of mess. And I'm just like, huh? I can turn it on. I can thread it because it threads itself.
So what kind of... You have to have like a little loom to put in there when you like sew that stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's called a loom or whatever.
Let me see if I can get it off.
A loom or whatever.
Well, whatever it's called, that's like had the fabric attached to like do that stitching.
Like it's a frame. It's a stitching frame.
Yeah.
Then you have to have backing. The backing is what costs a fortune.
Joel, you were way in touch with this embroidery.
I know this stuff. I'm not an uneducated redneck. I got a 12th grade education and I spent 4 years in the Air Force. Bam!
But this is 100% cotton, so I don't have to use the backing. It depends. It depends on your fabric. That's 100% cotton, so it doesn't need the backing on it. But that's my lotus flower.
That's cool.
Very pretty. That's beautiful, Peach. And Peachy, I don't care what your education you have, you are one of the smartest chicks I know.
Hey, I don't
Nutrition, canning, kitchen, girl, you have it going on. You got information.
I think Peachy's awesome.
Yes.
Hey, Peach.
Thank you.
Peachy.
There we go.
Yes, sir.
Peachy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm.
Can you like do a rebel flag?
You damn Skippy, I can.
Oh yeah.
I'm from Georgia and Bama. You ought to know I can do one of those.
Absolutely,
That
girl.
should pique the interest of all of us.
Can you put Redneck's face in the middle of it, though?
You know, I haven't got my machine to figure that out yet, but it will take pictures and throw it onto canvas. But I don't know how to get there yet. I ain't got there yet. But it will. It will take a picture and it will transpose it onto canvas.
I hear you. That's cool.
For what Joel, I paid for it, it better do everything.
Thank you, man.
Do you often go to the town of Kernersville, North Carolina's website?
I don't go to the website, no. Wow.
News on the site is your dog park's closed. So it's like a third world country over there now, or?
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Them evil politicians, they shut down the dog park.
For renovations, those bastards.
Well, I mean, I don't know how you renovate a 60 by 200 yard area unless you're like seeding grass back in it.
Staff will be installing new water line, new dog fountains, drainage, and a larger concrete pad, along with new surfacing added to the area. Repairs are scheduled for the month of June, and the dog park will reopen after repairs are made.
Wow. Flint's on it.
Learn something every day, dude.
Find somewhere else to take your dogs, dang it.
Flint's more in touch with your town than you are, Joel.
Yeah. Thanks, Tommy.
Okay.
Yeah. Anytime I can help.
Okay. Look up Liberty Hill, Texas, Flint. Then you'll get some real excitement.
Doing it.
Well, that was pretty exciting that they shut the dog park down. I mean, shit.
He's going to
Where are all
come
the dogs
up
gonna
with all
go?
kinds of drug bust and
Hey, Flint,
there's going to be...
Yes.
look up and find out, like, between, well, I think it might have been Greensboro yesterday on I-40 going to Greensboro from Kernersville. There was some big cop activity. Lots of cops.
It was Dunkin' Donut.
No, it wasn't Dunkin' Donuts.
Behind the dollar store?
No,
Eastbound or westbound?
it would be eastbound.
And
Oh,
down.
damn, dude, I got the story right here. Greensboro firefighters, EMS, and police respond to a two-vehicle rollover on eastbound Interstate 40. The accident happened at 3:45 p.m. near exit 213. No injuries reported. According to NCDOT, all lanes have reopened.
There he goes. All right, now look up Winston-Salem, North Carolina. God.
Which trials?
Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh my God, those are the best donuts in the entire world.
Oh, Lord.
What am I looking for? Like a news story or just the donuts?
Well, it would be the headquarters of Krispy Kreme donuts.
Okay.
Stratford Road is like the first place I ever saw them made live.
Oh, shit, dude. The robots on the website aren't keeping up. It's even what it's telling me. I've got the developer version of Chrome, so it tells me if like the coding isn't right.
Okay. The Krispy Kremes are the bomb of the donut world. The
Oh
glaze.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They're also the bomb of the diabetic world.
Hey, only if you have sugar problems.
It all of a sudden got quiet.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry.
Look
Everybody
at those.
does, whether you
Look.
know it or not. Oh,
Look.
Flint, that's evil.
Peachy donuts.
And look at them donuts.
Looks delicious.
I got a fridge full of insulin. Put them in front of me. Let's do it.
You ain't got enough insulin to like stop that sugar. You
Hey,
you want to bet?
Peachy, you have that Ocotia, you know, you could drop some of that under your tongue.
If you ate a dozen of those donuts, you better have a damn IV of insulin stuck in your arm.
We can do that.
That's sugar heaven right there.
Let's see. Where's my calculator? A dozen, 12 times 25 equals 300. 300 carbs for a dozen. And you multiply that by 5, and that is going to raise your blood sugar 1,500 points on top of what it already is. So, yeah.
Mom said her level was 90 today.
Her blood sugar was 90? That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
She's in the zone.
She's
in
the zone.
It's the relaxation of the zone.
It is. It's the zen spot. Just, geez, let
And
your
Tommy,
mind
you're
be.
such a genius to create this where it makes everybody relax.
Yep.
It's
It
almost
does.
like
It works
being at
better
the
than
hot
insulin.
It's almost like being at the hot tub at the beach.
Yes.
With a cold beer.
See, y'all don't understand. Later on, when you're all comfortable and relaxed, I'm going to hypnotize you and make you all act like chickens.
Make us send you money.
No, I'd rather see y'all act like chickens.
That's true.
The money's not important to me.
It'd be on video.
It'd be like,
He could really make some money off of that.
Oh my God, that's awesome. The duck is upset.
That way.
the duck is out of control.
God. The duck is telling somebody off.
The duck has allergies.
You're scaring me, ducky. I like a happy duck.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Jason's got this smoldering thing going on over here. You see that? See, he's like posing. He's like got this smoldering look. You know, it's just like.
If you just put the elbow into it, you know,
who's
that could be the front of a book. See? See?
There we go.
We have a GQ redneck. We have a GQ redneck.
Flint,
His
Flint
picture
is
underneath.
the
The perfect romance.
We got the best of all worlds there, don't we, Mouse?
We do. We got it going on.
Mom says she wants to be a part of our lovely little community.
You want to be a zoner? She wants to be a zoner, Oily?
She wants, you know, the redneck community, you know, that we're going to have this, where all of us women are in the center, you know, and then the guys have to go out and take care of us.
Yes.
Yeah. Moms wants to be a part of it.
Because Moms knows.
Whoa. What do we guys have to do to take care of y'all?
Well, you gotta feed
Whatever
us.
we ask, man. Whatever we ask.
Oh, yes.
You're gonna
Kill me a
feed
deer
us.
or bring me some fish.
That redhead has a way of talking about whatever we ask, like making you want to do it.
Yep. Oily is not a chick a boy can say no to, I don't think.
She would be very hard to say no to.
Yeah. Mom's just wants men to fall at her feet. I mean, that's not too much to ask.
Oh.
Well, if they fall at her feet, it's like they're just like laying at her feet.
But you might rub them.
No, if they fall at her feet, they're probably gonna bust her head and just lay.
Like Jason. Jason will end up sticking himself with a branch on the way down.
But he'll tell an awesome story about backing up from a bear attacking him, and
If he could.
his fiance or the holy prepper coming and killing the bear before he got ate.
Hey, Oily, SKS Hugo has 2 strong arms and wants to help.
Come on, buddy.
Doggies.
Do you realize we're getting a man harem? How many chats have a man harem?
There we go. That's the stuff right there. That's the shiznit.
Hang on. This is Tommy's chat.
This ain't my chat.
This
Everybody.
is everybody's chat, Tommy said.
It is everybody's chat, but
Tommy's in the kitchen helping me cook.
Tommy,
I'm gonna show Tommy how to cook.
Tommy.
Yes, sir.
You're letting these women take over.
But Joel, Tommy's fine with that, so you just hush it.
He's going to enjoy every minute of it, trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He is fine. Tommy had no complaints. That didn't even need to be said out loud.
All right.
I like it when women are in control. I can just lay back and enjoy it.
I'm gonna give Oily. Here,
I'll
Oily.
step back. I'll step back. It's okay.
Oily.
What?
You bring that
You may,
long
you may,
gun.
you may need this, honey.
Oh,
Keep
heck
them in
yeah.
line.
Wait.
Throw out the whip.
You
Peachy,
know what? I don't
Oily,
have to be that aggressive, you know.
Moms.
Yeah, but it helps.
Moms just nailed it. Peachy, Oily, and Joel. She said Tommy's the Sultan. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there we go, Mom. You got it. You got it.
Oh, God. Redneck Sultan. I love it. My Lord, people, it is 1 in the morning for us on the East Coast.
It is. And Tommy's the mayor of Redneckville.
Yes.
That is so right. Isn't that right, Your Honor?
How did I get
Oily. What'd you say, Tommy?
I feel like Manland's trying to get me to eat the damn hot pepper all over again.
Manland here.
No, this is not painful. You have it made. You're in the best position of all the men in this group.
Correct, Tommy. You should be like, oh, I am the mayor. This is what I declare.
I declare I am the mayor.
Moms has to write our Redneck Phil story. Instead of silks, Tommy as the Sultan, he wears flannel. Moms understands the Redneck Zone.
That is right. That is
Yeah.
right. I think
Mom?
flannel's sexier than silk.
Oh, for reals. I do not like sissy men. No, be manly. Rough stuff. Mm-mm. I don't want no purdy boy with manicured fingernails and clear nail polish. Be a man. Man up.
Wearing
So,
eyeliner.
Jason, go dig in the dirt right quick, Jason. Get some dirt under your fingernails.
Or dip it with some oil. Dip your fingers in the oil.
Do what?
Do
Jason?
what?
Usually play around with the pine sap on there, and I usually rub my fingers into the dirt. But I was
There you
preparing
go.
food for
You were preparing for what?
preparing food for the guests, so I had to clean. I just got the dirt off.
So you have guests there?
Okay, listen. Let me tell you about a redneck man. A redneck man works on his car, gets oil under his fingernails. It can't be scrubbed out.
And
And then he goes in and he makes some bacon. He makes some biscuits, and everybody knows it's just oil under his nails.
they eat that shit and they like it.
That's right.
Or they don't eat at all.
That's
Exactly.
right. And you don't let them drink your beer if they don't eat. They like just leave. It's like,
That's right.
Right?
leaving.
Yep. Yep.
I
See,
ain't
fat
never
man
had
knows.
anybody.
Sissy man.
I ain't
Go ahead,
ever had
Peachy.
anybody not eat my food. I have never had anybody not clear their plates ever.
I know that's right.
Have you had grease on your hands and dirt under your nails when you was cooking?
Absolutely. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I'm going to go dirty up my fingers.
No,
There you go.
look, see? He's trying to be redneck.
I'll make sure he's good and dirty.
He's
We're
trying to be redneck.
Joel, you started it with ripping off the shirt sleeves. We have got this kid in the redneck zone. He's feeling the macho.
There we
He's
go.
feeling it.
There we go. Oh, there he is.
He's working
Put some
hard.
on your face. Get good and dirty. Put some on your face. There you go.
Yeah.
Do you know how good that is for your skin? It really is good for your skin. The
Dude,
clay, do you know how much women
Jason.
pay for clay to put on their face?
Jason.
Yep. Mud mass.
Jason.
What?
Do you have like a potted plant on your deck?
Well, there's a cactus.
Oh, God.
I mean, I'm talking about a potted plant. Do you have a pot that has a plant in it on your deck?
Like flowers or a philodendron.
Or friggin' herbs or something? I mean,
friggin' herbs.
It ain't gotta be a flower, just herbs. Do you have something on your deck that's a potted plant?
I
In a
do.
pot.
Not really. Not right now.
Damn.
I've got sage.
That's not gonna help him, PG. I'm trying to like get him to rub some real dirt in his damn face. I was trying to like rip that plant out and just rub that root all over you and like be redneck.
Oh Lord! You rip up my sage and we'd be having some issues.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't get more doing with it.
I got some empty pots that he can use that soil.
Oh, unless he's in your backyard. Is he in your backyard?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, the dog. The dog.
He ain't gonna.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna rip up your sage.
Hey, Bitty Boo.
Bitty Boo is out there.
Hi, Bitty.
Hey, Bitty.
You know what though? I'll give the boy props because he's out looking for something in a pot.
He is an awesome little cat. And what did Peachy call him?
The
What'd you
devil.
call him? The evil little devilish thing? What did you say?
Oh, he is. When he gets back, tell him to give you that look he did the other night. And I mean, it was just like, it is every mother's worst nightmare. And he gave this look that was like, I am fixing to be so evil. That's where moms go, ah, shit.
I
Where's
know.
the logging
I
chain?
know. He's back. Jason. Let Jason know. He's back. Jason.
Can't find some good dirt to roll around.
How's your farmer's tan?
Good question.
right
Good
there.
question.
You know what though, Jason? I'll give you props because you went out and you actually tried
Yes.
to do the redneck thing. So I give you props on that. Even though you didn't like find the dirt or whatever, I give you props.
Oh, no, he's going back looking for some more.
Oh crap!
Now listen to what
might have found
Mom's,
something.
Mom's
Hey.
just said that when Flint films himself on that horse, he needs flannel flapping in the wind in slow motion.
Yeah.
She goes, yeah, buddy, yeah.
No, this is what I'll be wearing. That's why I have the tan going on for this. Like a
There you go.
girl, I got lines.
Look at
There
him.
you go.
Look,
Now,
Jason.
Jason, you've got
Let
to
me
show
hit.
Mouse and Oily that look you did the other night. That was just like evil little satanic little Jason look.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
that
he
is
looks like a cutie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind
That's
of
one of
Jekyll
those.
and Hyde-ish.
Right? That's like,
Hyde.
ah, shit. What's he fixing to do?
Yeah, that was first he was GQ model, and then it went all red rum, red rum, red
All right,
rum.
let me see it again.
Right?
See it again, Jason.
Lock your camera on him, Oily.
I do.
Do your eyes like you did that night.
No, he just looks adorable.
Oh no, that's scary, Oily.
Nah.
Oh.
Lord have mercy.
Oily likes to be scared.
Maybe that's just it. It takes a lot to scare me.
Look, he was blowing
I'm not
his hand because like he dug in the dirt and it's like hurting him.
He did good.
He
Big
did
fat
good.
man says, "Run, little man, run."
You should be scared of me, Jason. You should be scared of me.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
I think he's saying that to me because he said it's getting real up in here. I said I gotta run and save my innocence.
Mm.
You don't have
Too
innocence.
late. Too late, naughty boy. Too late.
Yeah,
There ain't no
way past
innocence
that.
in this chat.
No. Mm-mm. No, Flint has
I don't
been
think so.
soiled long ago.
Darn.
Yeah. Well, we like you. We like you just the way you are.
There we go.
And we like Jason the way he is. Like,
Right on.
Absolutely.
Jason can always be like the little. He's almost in the zone, and ain't quite got there. He can always do that little going out to the dirt thing, and
Jason
we'll
is
get this shit worked out. It'd be like this like chat will like blow up.
He can be our person who's in search of their redneckedness.
Right.
redneckedness.
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 Tiny.
Like that pool boy, you know, that goes to clean the pool of some dirty old lady in those old timey naughty movies.
Yes.
And he shows up, and then the music starts. You know, she's out there by the pool. She's looking out there. She's seeing him taking that net and fishing the stuff out, and she thinks, yeah, he could go fishing, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
You're thinking about Chevy Chase vacation shit.
And she's working that dish towel between her hands, watching that young pool boy. But let me tell you, one thing that Jason could really use.
Her chest.
Mm-hmm. If he had a green John Deere hat that had like some finger stains on it, and when he was out at that pool, he took it out and would be wiping his brow every once in a while.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, now we're talking. Mm.
Joel, what was that about you kayaking the Yakin River a while ago?
The Yakin River.
I ain't got nothing on this, Tommy. I'm like, I'm trying to like figure out how to boost your show. I'm being like a producer right now. I'm like, we're like talking about like show concepts and stuff, and you were like, we'll talk about me kayak fishing. I don't know, but
well, I was trying to change the subject. The girls were getting a little too hot.
We're getting a little too dirty for
let
Tommy.
me see.
He's trying to redirect.
Mouse Toes is talking. She's hot. Mouse talk. Oh, Oli, say something. She's hot. Peachy.
I better not.
Peachy. Just giggle or something. Peachy.
Mike's muted.
She's unmuted. All right.
Peachy had to
So,
tinkle.
all right, Tommy, I will say this officially. As the producer of the new show that's going to happen, Mouse Toes, Ollie, and Peachy, there's some hot tomatoes.
We're some broads. We are
They're
three
They're
broads.
like, they all have different values, but they're all hot the same.
I know that.
All right, so we're working on a show. We're trying to like boost your damn channel.
Hell, it ain't my channel.
All right, Tommy, we're trying to boost the Redneck Zone into Redneckiness Zone.
But look how hard it is to make a redneck. It's not easy, Joel. Look what the work we're putting into Jason. We can't do like 5 of these a show.
But damn, we gotta reap some rewards from that shit, right?
I have ideas, guys.
Oh,
I have ideas.
Peachy.
Afraid. Hit us, Peachy.
Okay, I just sealed up Jason's box over here to ship out. I've got to reopen it and add something that will help his redneckedness.
Yes. There
So
you go.
everybody's got to tell him he's got to do an unboxing because there will be something for the Redneck Zone in his box.
And when he comes into the zone, he better be sporting it, or he's in big trouble.
Before you send that, let's ask his son. Does he come to the Redneck Zone often?
Yeah,
Jason,
especially now that he's back from the cabin.
All right, so he's a friend of yours, Flint?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
No,
And
I'm
Mama
just making
Peachy's got his address.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, did you hear what Peachy said about your box coming?
No, I was talking about this.
Lord, try to focus on the zone, man. Peachy, could you repeat it, please? He was busy.
There will be something in it for the Redneck Zone, and you have to show during the next Redneck Zone as soon as I get this out the door to you Monday. So I've got to open it because I sealed it up, but I can reopen it and put said item in it. I'm going to fix you up.
All right, this serious redneck business, Jason.
Peachy, Mom's has a request out there, or Biddy has a request out there for you.
Leah. I don't see it. I don't have the external open.
She needs a rebel flag with a picture of a pug dog on it.
Okay.
That's probably out there, Google somewhere.
Probably.
Actually, believe it or not, it's not.
Have you ever tried treating a wound out in the woods?
Hang on, y'all let Jason speak. He's speaking.
Treating a wound with what?
Just stuff out in the woods if you don't have anything, medical gear or anything like that.
Yeah, that's sometimes your only option.
Yeah, like pine sap is really good for that.
Yeah.
Yes. I did a video on. I don't know if I should put it up because there's a little bit of blood in it, but I don't know if a lot of people like blood or not.
I love blood.
Oh, if you don't, you need to go home. You know?
Oh, me and Mouse Toes, we like blood. If it's like spewing and shit like that, we're like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Open gash wounds. Oh my God! I'm like, oh, that is brilliant.
We focus in on that. It's like, where's it coming from?
Yeah, we're gonna track it down. You know how people put like injury warning? I love nothing better than a compound fracture. right? Like bones sticking out of there. That is some fly stuff.
Yeah, because you want to like grab that crap and pull it back and
Yes.
snap it back in and like.
Yep. And then stop the bleeding. That is some sweet business right there.
Oh.
My mom
I
was
did
the
it
kind of
with-
lady that would be in the ER taking pictures of whatever the hell we did to ourselves. Like I got a picture somewhere of my hand wide open where I cut it, and it looked like an eyeball. And when I moved my hand like that, it blinked because it was muscle and ligament over, you know. But I cut all the way to the bone, so I ended up having to get surgery. But
Hey,
literally,
man.
I could move my hand and blink the eyeball.
When you move, you make Peachy and Olive blink.
So your mom was taking pictures. She could look at it, right?
Oh yeah, she made the doctor open it up to take a picture
That is
before he
so
stitched it up
cool.
for me.
I would like.
You scored in the mom department,
Oh,
not
trust
an
me,
ooh
I got the
mom.
best mom in the whole world.
Right.
That's so cool,
Right.
Flint.
Look.
You
Like
know
that.
the
She's
second.
gonna cry. She's like, I want to see it.
Oh yeah,
Huh?
it's her thing. She loves stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know the
Got
time
the
right
same
Like
thing
before
for
my-
my elbow when I put it through the window. She's got like 70
Oh.
different progress shots of them stitching it up. I
Oh
got
my
30
God.
stitches in 3 layers in that cut.
Oh Lord. It was funny, Mouse, because if you go back and watch that one where I got the very first knife from Chad,
Mm-hmm.
I did okay opening it and using it, but when I went to clean it, I laid this open and I had Josh fix it for me, and
Yes.
I heard that cayenne pepper would stop the bleeding, so we're dumping cayenne pepper on it, and
Oh.
it doesn't stop the bleeding, and I do not recommend cayenne for an open wound.
It burned a little bit, I bet. It burned just a wee bit.
It stopped
Just
the
a
bleeding
touch.
in the brain.
And he put super glue on it, and it was bleeding out from under the super glue, and we're both sitting there laughing our damn ass off.
See? Because you're not grossed out by blood.
Mm-mm. It's like, ooh, it's pushing out from under the super glue and the cayenne. Cool.
That's too funny.
Ow.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Oily. I know if I can dump cayenne in a wound, you can.
Oh, I probably could, but doesn't mean I wouldn't be crying while I was doing it.
I was laughing my ass
go
off.
first. Lavender's supposed to help stop the bleeding depending how bad the cut is, and think
It
I'd
was
try
a
that.
brand new knife straight from Chad. It was sharp.
Ow.
All right, well, this old
And
woman's
it just
going to
said,
bed.
oh,
You
I
leaving?
can't be leaving.
It's
you gotta do houses
1:20.
tomorrow?
Did Tommy give you a hall
Yes.
pass?
Yeah, Tom, I did request a hall pass, see, from the Sultan. Yeah, because I follow the rules.
I haven't seen one yet. That's all I'm saying. I haven't seen one
Okay.
yet.
Well, the girls get expeditious service, as you can imagine.
4 to
When
7
we request,
business days, you'll receive it in the mail, Mouse. I'm sorry we can't break the rules for anybody.
We can break the rules for mouse toes. Tommy.
oh my God, Flint.
Tommy.
Yes, sir.
I need a house pass, like, leave this chat, because I got to go kayak fishing in the morning.
That was your excuse last week, damn it. You can't use the same excuse twice.
Well, I did go. I just didn't catch nothing. I went and...
That's why it's called fishing, not catching.
That's right. It's called... There you go, mouse toes. Hey, fist bump.
Got you. Where's my camera? I don't know where my
Good
webcam
girl,
is.
good girl. Love you to death. Bam.
You don't know where your camera's at. She snorted.
It's my stupid laptop camera. I don't have a webcam.
Mouse toes has
It's
my
up in the
back.
very center, top right next to the light.
I
Hey,
know, but I
mine
try
in
and
the
look what
center.
happens.
It's like, if I tell mouse toes I'm going fishing, I gotta go, she'll be like, bam, There's my fish.
Fish on. Fishing is life. See, look straight out and it's not there, oily. Then I have to
There you
figure out
go.
which.
Bam! There you go. Right. Bam! I felt like I touched it. Put it up there,
You
Ollie.
just broke your heart.
Put it up there for
Ollie,
him.
put it up there, Ollie. Bam!
Oily.
Ollie. There you go.
She's gonna
No,
punch
you
her.
don't punch it. You just put it up there.
Bam!
Bam! There you go. Bam!
Oily's gonna knock her desktop backwards, man.
I thought she was trying to knock my ass out. I was like, shit.
I know. Don't
I
hurt
told
the
her,
fish,
I told her
man.
she was good with her, like, long
Anger
hair.
early.
Like, trying to beat me up.
All right. Good night, guys, and thanks,
Now,
Brenda
love ya.
and
Night.
Jason. Keep butching it up and keeping it redneck, okay?
I'll miss you guys.
Hey, Jason.
And have a wonderful time, Flint.
You did an awesome job, Jason, jumping in here and, like, learning to be redneck. Still got a ways to go.
He's got the survival gear and stuff down. He just needs to be a little more white trash about it.
Exactly.
Well, he just don't need to be so hurt.
He can come over here and milk some goats and go and gather some eggs and do the chores and go up under the porch and feed Captain and his girls. He'll get dirty then. And
I usually always get dirty in the woods, but it was raining out today, and I got cleaned by the rain.
yeah. Got a natural shower.
Just make sure when you wear them button-up shirts, you got threads showing. When you rip them sleeves off, gotta be threads showing. Because this is in HD.
Oh, that's a scary thought. I hope I'm not in HD. That's
Oh, Ollie, you look awesome.
What are you doing, Jason?
He's ripping them. He's trying to rip his threads out.
Oh,
There's a ledge
Lord.
right here.
You just fell off the ledge, didn't you?
Yeah.
What? Jason pulled an oily. That sounds like something I would do.
I'm Miss Grace. I'd definitely fall off.
Nah, he's cool, though. Jake is cool.
Yeah, he is.
My problem is I'd break something when I fall.
You know, the only thing I've broken so far is like a pinky, well, a few toes, I guess. I've been pretty lucky, blessed, whatever you want to call it.
I've heard a lot of things. A lot. Arms,
Flint, have you
elbows,
have you
feet, toes, my cheekbone, clavicle, ankle.
I was walking my horse barefooted and he stepped on me and broke the top of my foot.
That'll do it.
Now, I'm pretty sure I chipped my elbow one time, and you could just feel it floating around, and every once in a while, if I just lay my elbow down on my pillow even wrong, it would just like about cause me to jump out of my skin. But I think I finally got it pushed back in place.
Broke my hand near my stomach.
You what?
I've broken it here. I've broken it here at the wrist. I have a bad habit of hitting shit, inanimate objects like walls and floors, and
my son's like that. I'm not that fond of pain, so yeah, I try not to cause myself any more pain than I already have to go through.
All right, guys.
I can't.
Out of here. I gotta go fishing.
Well, good luck.
Take her easy, Joel.
All right, y'all be good. And hey, we'll see y'all next Saturday, if not
for me.
before. If not before.
All right.
Y'all have a great weekend.
I don't have to
take
be
her
good.
easy.
Catch some big ones.
You said to be good, but I don't have to be good, do I?
No. You just be you and your little red hair.
Okay.
sexy there or whatever.
All right. Have fun.
Good luck. Goodness gracious, everybody's going to bed. What the hell?
Dwindling, isn't it?
Slowly and surely.
Well, that's not any fun.
They outnumber us now, Oily.
Do what? They
I
outnumber
said they
us?
outnumber us now.
The way I like it. I like my men outnumbering me. That works.
Lord have mercy. You would be fun to have in a round pen with some horses. You could get on some training.
Oh.
Get all that frustration out.
I'd be cheap entertainment for somebody to see me trying to ride a horse, because I've only ridden one a couple of times, and that would be funny. And then seeing me trying to walk after I tried to ride the horse.
That's always the worst part.
Be in the saddle like 8, 10, 12 hours and then get off. I was so tired one time after a trail ride. I mean, it started like at 8 in the morning and we got back about sunset. I was so tired I couldn't get out of the saddle, so I just scooched off and I hung on to Desire's tail and I slid down his tail and landed right in between his feet. I was just sitting there. I couldn't get up. I couldn't feel my legs. I just grabbed hold of his tail and slid down.
Hopes he doesn't kick.
The first time
he wouldn't kick.
Was out at my aunt's house, out at her farm, and I was terrified, and I was little bitty thing, and they set me up on the horse, and he didn't hardly move, but, you know, I was so little, it doesn't take much to throw me, and I was holding on to his mane, and he leaned his head forward, lunged it forward, and I just flipped over his head and landed holding the mane up above my head, looking up at the horse, laid it in front of him.
Oh my God!
I didn't get back on the horse for a while.
We had some good ones out at the farm. Kaylee was about 7, and we had this little. We were digging a pond, but it probably wasn't 3 by 4. It wasn't much to start with, but it had rained and filled up with water. And she's like 8, and she's gonna jump her horse across this little pond like they do in the equestrian shit. First couple of times, Lexi just pretty much loped right over it, but Kaylee kept pushing her harder and harder, getting her to run at it, and she leaped, and when she lifted her head to leap, she busted Kaylee in the face. She lands, Kaylee's bleeding all over the place. It busted her face up. She got off. She beat the shit out of that horse and then got back up and made her do it again. Blood still all over her face.
Oh my gosh.
She was. My girls are rough.
Oh my goodness. I was a lot more
Jason
timid
froze up.
back whenever I was little. I'm not like that anymore, but when I was little I was really timid and not like shy. I wouldn't call it shy, but just, you know.
Yeah,
not as
reserved.
Notice how good pine needles are for toothpicks?
Pine needle.
Toothpicks.
Oh. Well, that works.
So after eating that squirrel.
There you go. Getting more redneck all the time.
Yeah.
There you go. Walk around with a pine needle hanging out your mouth.
There you go.
Just don't swallow it. That shit'll ruin your intestines.
Oh my gosh, my way back probably 15, 20 years ago, my stepdad, he worked, you know, in the oil field, and his boss used to always chew on little wood toothpicks, you know, and he accidentally swallowed a splinter from it, and it lodged in his throat, and he got gangrene and died.
Oh my God! From a toothpick?
Yep. Yeah, autopsy showed that he got gangrene in his throat from the sliver of a toothpick being stuck in there. Well, guys, my hubby just pulled in, so, and my dog's barking. I guess I'm gonna get off of here. CJ, quit. I guess I'll get off of here and I'll talk to y'all later.
Everybody.
Fine. Leave us.
Night.
Okay. I guess it's okay.
Okay.
I know.
Thanks for your permission, Flint.
Leave me here all by myself.
You'll be surrounded by hot guys, you know. I can't feel too sorry for you.
No.
1 to 3, that's really good odds there.
I don't
All right. Night, guys. Love y'all.
See you later.
Love you. Night.
I'm photoshopping Biddy probably on a Confederate flag real quick.
Pine needles taste actually good. Have you ever just had pine needles just straight up?
Cannot say that I have. I know you can
Probably
make pine
have,
needle tea.
Oh, I wouldn't advise that one.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty awful.
I'd rather use
Manland.
the cedars out here. Yeah. The berries off all these cedars are supposed to be good. I've just never went out and gathered any.
Ever just had juniper berries just straight up?
All the little juniper berries?
I find
No,
that the
I
smaller
hadn't tried
ones
them.
taste better. Smaller ones taste better.
You're supposed to be able to grind them up like you do peppercorns and use them for spices.
They're actually pretty good, and the first part of the taste, it starts getting bitter after you start chewing it.
Would not have guessed that.
Yeah, they're pretty bitter.
I'll have to go out and pick some. All the trees out here. All I've got around me is cedar trees, and they're loaded.
There's plenty. I'm still figuring out things to eat out in the wilderness.
They've got to have some books at your local library.
Do you have yuccas out there like we do?
Yeah.
You know what?
Well, in the desert
You can,
part of it, we do.
Yeah, you can dig those up, and the roots are pretty good. I have actually cooked yucca root.
Yeah.
Skin it like you do a tater, and just dice it up or cut it up, and if you cook it, it's edible. I mean,
Got to roots. A lot of starch there.
Yeah, which I don't need. Can't do starches. But the yucca root works pretty decent. I know I've got lots of chamomile in my front yard that you can eat or boil as a tea.
Dandelion.
Wild chamomile. Yes. You can eat all parts of that. You can eat the leaves as a salad, you can eat the flowers, and you can use the roots as a coffee substitute. If you bake them and get them real crunchy and grind them up and steep them in some water, it's like a coffee substitute. They actually sell dandelion root on eBay.
Yeah. And people will just always spray them and call them weeds, and they say they're not good for anything.
You can make jellies and all kinds of stuff out of the flowers.
Yeah.
You can make dandelion wine.
Yeah.
Little sugar, little rice, little yeast, a couple of flowers, and poof.
Sounds like a car alarm.
There should be wild grapes out there, too. We've got them all over the place down here.
Haven't ran into any yet. mainly the pines and the junipers and I think some cedar, maybe. But oh yeah, and oak. Yeah, oak.
Well, if you've got oaks, you've got acorns you could roast.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's see. Make some bannock, acorn bannock. Is that how you say it? Bannock. That bread.
did you grind them up?
Yeah, grind them up, put them into a bread, and then cook them out.
Huh.
Yeah, you can basically make a powder or a flour out of them, the acorns.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's pretty
Jerry
easy.
sent me some aromatha seeds. I've got to fix one of my flower beds to try and grow the aromatha because that's a different type of wheat. I've got to get that growing. Things you can eat out in the wild. I'd go with plain grass myself. Make them into some turnip greens.
Yeah. Pine cone.
Just boil
seeds.
some grass.
Pine cone.
Huh?
Pine cone seeds. Have you ever had those?
Pine
Yes.
nuts.
Pine nuts, yeah.
Yes.
Those are the best.
Those are awesome.
To eat them when they're green, or is it still supposed to be actually brown? Because I've tried both.
I used them when they were brown and ready to fly away once the pine cone opens and
Yep.
you can get them out.
Yeah.
Go home and roast them. Just regularly bake them. They're so good.
Mm-hmm.
I had them straight up before.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What were you going to say, Peter?
I was just, yeah, I would take them home, or even if you're out, just put them in a pan and roast them up a little first.
Yeah, it was a bit crunchy when I got it out.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not supposed to be like that.
What else could you eat? You're out there and pretty dry like I am.
Well, when I'm out here,
Dig in a deep spot under. You could probably find worms, grubs.
it'll just turn into a wilderness food truck chat. Do these actually have
Cool
a name?
flag, Flint. What?
That's for Biddy. She wanted one with a pug on it.
Oh, that's cool. What have you got, Jason? I can't see it.
It's off of the male pine tree, but do these have a name? I haven't really found the name from them yet.
Those are the little pollen thingies. It will crumble into like a gazillion little pieces. I used to play with them. You skin them, knock all the little seeds off of them.
Yeah.
God, and they just skin, and then you're left with like a little bitty stalk.
The rain knocked down a lot of them.
Yeah.
Now they're
I used to make them as Barbie food when I'd have my Barbies outside when I was little, and it was like corn. It looks like a little corn on the cob, and you could knock them off on Barbie's little plates, and her and Ken would have corn, or at least it was corn in my head when I was 6.
Don't spruce have this? There's something like this as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know the one from spruce you could eat. Like, well, fresh off the limb ones.
Yeah. We had a place we'd always go hunting. It was called Spruce Pine Hill. Great place for deer, 'cause deer love all that shit.
Oh yeah.
Anybody hear Tommy snoring, or is he still here?
I'm still here.
Think it's time to cut it, sir?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, getting about time there.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for coming. We really appreciate you coming out and supporting us. Tune in next week for the Redneck Zone featuring not me, so it'll be a much better program, all involved. So without me here, we might get something done.
Oh, good grief.
That's hilarious.
But I will see everybody else the week after. But still come and support everybody else.
And you suck going on a ride without me. You really suck.
I wish I could just have everybody there because it would be such a party.
Oh yeah.
Too bad me and Jason are going to be sitting out under the stars without you. God, that's going to suck.
Jason, what do you need? About a 15, 16 inch? It's out in the horse trailer. Go grab it. You can borrow it for the weekend.
There you
I think
go.
there's
He's already hooking you up.
Got about 5 or 6 out there. There's a really nice Hereford saddle out there.
Ooh.
Double rigged. Sweet.
Night, people.
Night, y'all.
Night.
Y'all come back now, you hear?